Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber, presents... Nightbeat.
And now, Goodyear Theatre brings you Nightbeat, and we hand over to Randy Stone.
Hi there. This is Randy Stone. I cover the Nightbeat for the Daily. Stories start in many different ways. It all started because I was lonely. I wandered round on a balmy summer's evening 6 weeks ago, alone. And I can tell you I wasn't any too happy about it. I just wasn't in the mood for my own company. I finally settled for a nice, quiet bench in the park. Then, suddenly, a little old man walking across the park and looking just like I felt solved all my problems. He reminded me of Tony, and I hadn't seen Tony since the Russians first learned to say no. So I set off to see Tony, and when I got there, I walked straight into... Hey, hold it, Randy, hold it, boy. That comes later. And stories usually start at the beginning.
Mr. Stone, it's so good to see you.
Hi there, Tony. Just thought I'd drop in and find out how you were getting along.
Oh, well, I tell you. That you should come here tonight to see poor old Tony is a big
Coincidence?
That's right. You're a clever man, Randy.
Sure. I got brains no one's ever heard of yet. I hope.
Well, I continue. I've been thinking of you for a long time, Randy.
Yeah?
Yes, I think. Now, Randy, he's a fine man. A clever man, too.
Oh, now cut it out, Tony. If you go on like this, I'll have to leave my hat behind. How's Lisa?
You guess.
Guess what?
My Lisa, my beautiful daughter. She's even more beautiful than before.
I can't believe it.
You're fond of Lisa, no?
Well, sure, she's a sweet kid.
Oh, she's a wonderful girl, and I done her proud, huh, Randy?
You sure have. Now it's time you started looking after yourself.
Oh, no. I'm old man. I give all I have to Lisa, then I'm happy. When my wife die, I promise her that one day Lisa will have everything.
Well, she sure got it. I don't know how you've managed.
All she wants now is a husband. Someone to look after her when I am gone.
They don't grow on trees, you know.
But listen, Randy. You listen. I have some good news for you.
You mean that Lisa's going to be married?
That's right.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm sure glad to hear it. Who's the lucky guy?
You.
Me. Me?
Yes, you, Randy. That's what I want to tell you. I think I find no man good enough for my Lisa till I meet you. Then I know something inside of me here say, this is the only man who will make your beautiful Lisa happy.
But, Tony,
she make you a wonderful wife. She's such a good girl.
Yeah, I know all that, but that's not the point.
You're lonely, no? No wife, no kids?
Yes. I mean, no.
But you'll be happy with a little woman around the house.
Now, listen to me, Tony. I'm very fond of Lisa.
Well, I knew it. Why you not tell me before?
Tony, you must give me a chance to explain. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh, you not hurt me. You make me very happy.
Oh, what's the use?
Where are you going?
I just remembered I got an appointment. I'll talk to you later, Tony. Be seeing you.
Randy, you come back. Mr. Stone. I want you.
Well, what is it?
My Lisa. I want her happy. She must be happy.
Good for you, Randy boy. That's what I call fast work. Start off by being lonely and end up with a wife in your hands. It doesn't happen to everyone. Why the heck did it have to happen to me? At first, I was prepared to treat the whole thing as a joke. In fact, the next morning, I almost caught myself laughing. Almost, but not quite. Not when I remembered Tony's face and the way he'd looked when he'd said,
I want her happy. She must be happy.
Okay. No need to work yourself into a state about it. Any more of this and I'll be down on my bended knee. Hello.
Randy, this is Tony.
Oh, hello, Tony. You picked out a ring yet?
Please, Randy, this is no joke. My Lisa, she disappeared.
What? You mean she didn't come home last night?
No, she let me know nothing.
Maybe she got caught up and couldn't make it. Maybe she got married.
Please, Randy, you must listen to me. You must help me. I'm so worried.
Now, hold on, Tony. You haven't given her much time.
But you don't understand. She must be found immediately. Otherwise, something terrible may happen to her. I know that, Randy. Something terrible may happen.
The only clue I had was a name. Stella Johnson, Lisa's girlfriend. Tony seemed to think she might know what had happened to her. As I climbed the stairs to Stella's flat, I half expected that Lisa would open the door. And within 5 minutes, I was wishing that she had.
Well, of course I know Lisa. She's my best friend, my very best friend. Oh, but she's been keeping secrets from me. She never told me she knew you.
Have you any idea where she may have spent last night?
Well, what a question. I haven't the faintest notion. Oh, where did you spend it?
Miss Johnson,
Stella.
do you know of anyone who might have knowledge of Lisa's whereabouts last night? Any of her other friends?
Tuesday night's my night off. How about Tuesday? Then I'll tell you.
Don't you know there's a word for that? A girl's life may be in danger.
Right. Oh, then it must be Stan. As soon as you told me that she was in trouble, I knew it must be Stan. I said to myself, Stella, you're smarter than you think. You've been right all the time. Oh, yeah. And then again, it could be Red.
Hey, wait a minute now, one at a time. Stan who?
Stan Miller.
How well did Lisa know this guy?
What funny questions you ask. How should I know? Married?
Who, Stan?
No, you.
Now, look, Miss...
Stella.
Okay, Stella. But this is important. We can't afford to waste any time.
Who's wasting time?
Do you know where I can locate Stan Miller?
Oh, sure. He lives at 29 Bay Street. That's on the corner. I went there once, but never again. Anyhow, he'll know about Lisa. They were thick. You ever been thick with anyone, Mr. Oh, I didn't quite catch your name.
29 Bay Street. Now, how about Reg? Where does he fit into the picture?
Reg Ronson? Why, he's Stan's greatest friend. Owns a nightclub out on Starlight Boulevard. Stan and Lisa used to go over there often. It's funny about Lisa.
What about her?
Well, she's such a quiet little mouse. You wouldn't think she'd get mixed up with a fellow like Stan.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just fussy, I guess. But I've always had the strangest feeling about him. Oh, I've got a snap of him right here. Like to see it?
Sure.
Tuesday?
Tuesday. You drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, a girl's got to look after herself in this world. Oh, now, where'd I put that snap? Oh, yes, here it is. Funny-looking guy, ain't he?
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be at all surprised if that guy's a murderer.
By now, the grin was wiped right off my face. I almost wished I was marrying Lisa instead of looking for her. Fussy? Stella? If that was the case, what was this fellow Stan really like? Maybe I was on to something much bigger and better than I thought. Bigger anyway. A murderer. By the time I got to 29 Bay Street, I had Stan up for 10 life charges and heading for the 11th. By the time I rung the bell solidly for 5 minutes and nobody had answered, I reckon they'd already caught him.
Yeah?
Stan Miller,
What of it?
I'd like a word with you.
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Well, no time like the present. You ever heard of a girl called Lisa?
Sure.
How long since you've seen her?
That's my business.
Last night, for instance?
I never went near her last night.
You're pretty definite about that. Then you didn't know she'd disappeared.
I haven't seen her, I tell you.
Okay. Maybe your friend Reg would be more cooperative.
Hey, just what are you getting at?
I don't know yet, but you're putting all sorts of ideas into my head.
Is that so? Well, it's a free country, mister. You can think anything you like, so long as you take your foot away from my door and clear out of here.
I tell you, Randy, I never heard of this Stan Miller.
You're looking pale on it, Tony, and you're lying.
No. It's only my Lisa. She not come home, and I...
Then how about a guy called Reg Ronson who runs a joint called the Blue Room? Your daughter had some nice friends, Tony. It wouldn't do any good to hold out on me.
I swear, Randy, I know nothing. Only that my little girl is lost.
I think we better get in touch with the police.
No, please. Maybe it's nothing. Or maybe it's something we'd rather keep to ourselves. Please, not yet.
Can't get you, Tony. First you're sick with worry because something's happened to your kid. Then you refuse to call in the cops. It just doesn't add up.
It does, Randy. I promise you it does.
There was that look in his eyes again. If I'd had any sense, I'd have walked out there and then, but I didn't. I listened to the ravings of a poor, old, half-crazed father who wanted to know where his daughter was, without any scandal. That's why I went in search of my own troubles out to Reg's on Starlight Boulevard. A big, old-fashioned barn of a place with a room given over to smoke and a couple of thugs. Musical accompaniment was provided by a cracked blues record that was cut before I was born.
What'll it be?
You give the orders around here?
Yeah,
Your name Ronson? Reg Ronson?
that's right.
Randy Stone of the Daily. I'd like to ask a few questions about a friend of yours, a guy called Stan Miller.
Stan, you in trouble?
I don't know yet. I thought maybe you'd like to help me.
Afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Hey, wait a minute. I just remembered something.
Yeah?
Not here. Out the back. We can talk better.
And that's how easy it was. We went out of the noise and the music and down a passage. A long passage. We kept on walking, and the farther I went, the less I liked it. I turned to speak to my host and stopped dead in my tracks. He'd stopped, too. He was standing there smiling at me. Yeah, a broad grin on his big, ugly face, a gun in his hand.
I thought you might drop in, mister. I was all ready for you.
He opened a door, and as he did, I could feel the gun hard in my back, pressing against my spine.
Come right in.
What else could I do? Think I could have run for it? And think again. It was 2 against 1. Yes, I said 2, because in that room was my friend Stan, waiting for me. I was in a jam. I was facing 2 guys, and one of them was Stan Miller. Stella Johnson had thought he might be a murderer.
This the one, Stan?
Yeah, that's him.
Good. Now, what do you know?
Not as much as I'd like to.
A funny guy, eh? Well, we ain't in the mood for jokes. Who sent you?
No one. I came of my own accord.
Why, so curious.
Looking for the girl.
That ain't all, Reg.
Leave this to me, will you? What else?
Nothing. Got something on your conscience?
Listen, pal, any more cracks like that, and you'll be sorry you ever started out in this little venture.
Ah, you're quick. I was beginning to feel that way already.
Our old man know you're here?
Nobody knows. Where's this girl, anyway?
You'll find out.
Just what are you after, Reg?
Right now, my main concern is to find out where you fit in.
Innocent victim, run straight into a trap, sucker number 1.
You're lying. Talk. Go on, talk.
That won't get you anywhere.
You're a fool, mister. Or maybe you're just dumb. Maybe you just don't know what you're up against.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Take him down to the cellar stand.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet. I need time to think.
See them steps, mister? Then start walking.
Who's there? Who is it?
Lisa.
Randy. Randy, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, only I didn't bargain for the company you keep.
Oh, Randy. Oh, I've been so frightened. Oh, it's wonderful to see you.
I'm glad you can. I can't see past my hand. Is there any light around this place?
Randy, we got to get out. If we stay here, we don't stand a chance.
Any suggestions?
They'll kill us, Randy. They'll stop at nothing.
Yeah, I've had a taste of that already. You got a nice bunch of friends, Lisa. Your boyfriend Stan, for instance.
Oh, please, don't talk like that.
Well, he is, isn't he?
He was.
Yeah. See what I mean?
Randy, I didn't know what was going on.
That makes 2 of us.
I was fond of Stan.
Good time.
Oh, please, Randy, let me explain.
Did Tony know anything about this?
No.
Then he wasn't lying.
What made you think he was?
Oh, just a hunch, one that didn't pay off. So now I'm farther back than I was when I started.
That was the first hint I had. Stan asked me not to say anything to Dad. I should have known then what he was up to.
But your girlfriend knew about it. Stella.
So that's how you got here.
How long have you known this guy?
Only a few weeks.
How'd you wind up here? No, don't tell me. You discovered your pal Stan was mixed up in something crooked.
Oh, I suppose you could call it that.
Well, go on. Don't stop now. I'm all ears.
I was a fool, Randy. A fool. I knew there was something wrong, and I walked straight into it.
Makes two of us again.
Last night, I rang Stan. I'd worked back later than usual, and I planned on staying in town for a meal. I wanted to know if he'd join me. I dialed the number, and I...
Hello, Stan. Yeah. Okay for tonight? Sure. The party starts late, 10 o'clock. Where? Off 52nd Street, near Danvers Drugstore. Got it? Yeah. We go down an alley and in the side entrance. That's all I know. I'll pick you up. I'll be ready.
Party? Party?
Hello?
Stan?
Hello, Lisa.
Stan, I've worked back late. Could you come and have a meal with me somewhere?
Sorry, Lisa. I'm not feeling so good. I think I'd better skip it.
But...
What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Dinah. I knew he was lying, but I didn't know why. He and Rich were going out together. I'd heard them. Then why didn't he tell me that? Why make the excuse that he was ill? The more I thought about it, the less sense it made. The more determined I was to find out what it meant. So at 10 o'clock, I was walking down 52nd Street near Danvers Drugstore in the corner. We were right on time. Rich's car came round the corner. I kept out of sight, and I watched it disappear down a back alley. I saw them get out and go into the drugstore by the side entrance. Then I went down and waited outside. I waited for 5 minutes. Then suddenly... Stan!
Lisa, what the... Grab her, you fool. Grab her. There's no time to lose.
Let me go! Take your hands off me!
That's right. Step on it.
Let me out of here! Let me out!
You're crazy, Red. You shouldn't have done it. All they wanted was the money.
Quit squealing, both of them. He moved, didn't he? Reached for his gun, didn't he?
But you shot him. You know what that means. It's a chair, Red.
I know that, don't I? It's the only way out, I tell you.
You're murderers! That's all you are, murderers!
Shut her up, will you?
Lisa, what are you trying to do?
Keep her away from that window.
Help! Help!
Sorry, Lisa. You asked for it.
I don't remember anymore. Only the bump on my head. But they killed him, Randy. They shot him in cold blood.
So Stella was smarter than I thought. I wonder what happens next. The words were hardly out of my mouth when a light went on, and I didn't like that. All the better to aim with. Then the cellar door opened, and Reg came slowly down the steps.
Okay, you first, mister. Stay where you are and keep your hands to yourself.
What are you going to do?
Dispose of your friend.
You can't do that.
Couldn't he? I wouldn't put anything past our friend Reg. He stood there staring at me, and I noticed the expression in his eyes. Hard, cold, coupled with a gun in his hand, it didn't add up to a happy ending.
Okay, smart guy. Maybe you'll know better next time.
Throw that gun.
Dad!
I said drop. Why are you...
Look out, Tony, behind you! Good boy, Stan. You arrived just in time.
You killed him! You killed my father!
Nice work, Stan. You and your friend are quits.
Is he dead?
He ain't moving, is he?
I didn't mean to kill him. I swear I didn't, but I had to shoot, didn't I, Reg?
It was him or me.
You gotta hurry, Reg. I just got word the cops are on to us. They'll be here any minute. We gotta get out of here.
Well, go up and start the car. I'll join you in a second.
Yeah, hurry, Reg, hurry.
What's the use? What's the point in having another murder on your hands? Haven't you got enough already?
I don't take advice from strangers.
You heard what he said. The police will be here any minute now. What have you got to gain? They'll catch you anyhow. They always catch you.
Keep talking. It might be easier than... What's stopping you? Run out of conversation?
Listen, Reg, what's that? Can't you hear it? That car's going off, Reg. Your little friend's scared stiff. He's going away without you. He's left you, Reg. Go on up and see for yourself.
What the...
Why you doing?
Okay, Reg. Now it's your turn to stay where you are. Pick up that other gun, Lisa. You're all alone in the world now, Reg. Your friend Stan was more original than you thought.
The dirty double-crosser.
They'll get him. Just like they've got you.
The cops. Well, it's not me they're after. Wasn't my idea. It was the boss. I just went too far, that's all. It could have happened to anyone. It's not me they want.
Then who is it, Reg?
Well, the boss. That's who they want, the boss.
Who is the boss, Reg?
Well, you mean it? Well, of course. You done. Well, that's a laugh, that is. Well, there's the boss at your feet. Tony. That's the boss. Tony.
The police caught Stan, and we handed Reg over while Tony was taken to the hospital.
Randy, I only do it for Lisa.
Sure, I know.
Since I could make no money for her. It seemed the only way. Reg and Stan, they work for me. Always they want more and more money. Reg, he take over. He planned things behind my back.
It all fits in. A friendship with Lisa would be a pretty handy thing.
Yes. Stan knows I'd do anything for her. He knows, too, that I would do anything to stop him seeing her.
So he plays safe. All this time, Lisa was in the dark.
She had no idea. Not even that I nursed Stan. I worked it very carefully, Randy. Then, when you tell me they are friendly, I think I see what happens. You know now why I want no pleas.
Steady. Easy now.
Unfortunately, Lisa find out too much. She see too much. She's dangerous to them, so they kidnap her.
But she's safe now.
Randy, there's something else. I must tell you. I never planned to kill her. All I want was money for Lisa. I know now I do wrong. Give her my love, Randy.
Don't you want to see her?
No, it is better this way. But tell her. I never meant that anyone should be killed. I never meant...
Okay, leave it to me.
And Randy, you tell her why I did it.
She knows that, Tony. We both know it.
But it didn't pay Randy, did it? Not when her father died a criminal.
I couldn't answer that one. After all, the old guy was a crook, but somehow it was different. Somehow he was in a category all his own. To us, anyhow. Hate him? Not me. How could I hate an old boy who'd thrown his life away just because he'd happened to love his daughter too much? Blind devotion, that's what it was. Then you come down to the facts. Cold facts. Funny thing, that. She was happy enough for a while. You, Tony, made her that way. But it's not you that's going to pay now, Tony. It's her. Yeah, she owes you everything. And it's a debt I wouldn't want on my conscience.
Copy, boy.
Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber, presents Nightbeat.
And now, Goodyear Theatre brings you Nightbeat, and we hand over to Randy Stone.
They tell me in my job I meet the most interesting people. But all too often, out there in the sprawling darkness, it shakes itself down into bewilderment and fear and gullibility and violence. And it all adds up to a personality, an incident, a night's work. Last night began with a phone call from the place most stories end, the city morgue. I kept my coat on against the chill that never seems to leak out of the morgue building. A gray coldness that takes its color from the floors and the walls and the large, dank filing cabinets where incoming business is stored away. Everything was gray except the pepper-red hair of Bert Larkin, the night morgue attendant.
Three suicides. 3 in one day. I thought you'd be interested, Randy.
Oh, what a shame.
Some commentary on contemporary affairs, ain't it? 2 men and 1 woman.
Well, at least they're not young. It makes you feel worse when they're young.
I know. It gets my wife like that.
I wonder what makes them do it. It must take a twisted kind of reasoning to hold on to life all those years and then lose by default in one crazy instant.
Who knows with suicide? Interested?
I'm depressed.
I'm looking for the attendant.
That's me.
Oh, fine. We talk?
Who am I talking to?
My name's Brill. Private investigator.
Where's the badge?
Here. Shoot! Darned fall hit cold. It's chilly in here.
Yeah. Hang around, Randy. Maybe we play a little cards after.
If you don't mind, we talk alone?
Sure. See you later, Larkin. The investigator was a beefy individual, wearing a suit one size too small with a damp, wadded handkerchief sticking out from under one sleeve. He leaned toward Larkin, and I turned and started away. I'd gone about 5 paces, working the word suicide around in my mind. And then suddenly I realized I wasn't just thinking. I was hearing it, and Brill was saying it.
Something we can do for you?
Yeah, just a question. What about the suicides?
Private business.
It's a public morgue.
Your relation to the deceased?
I'm a reporter, Randy Stone.
Oh, I feel awful. Chest.
You ought to do something about it. But these dead people, why the interest?
Business.
Whose business?
You know better than to ask a private investigator about his client. Yeah. Have a cough drop before you go?
Yeah, before I go. I'll let you know when.
I hate to be the one to say it, but let's not argue in front of the dead.
Larkin ran a hand through his red hair. He grinned at me and winked. Brill was trying to pierce me with a watery eye, and I felt my fingers start to curl up into the palms of my hands. Then I winked back at Larkin and went out for a cup of coffee. The harsh light of the beanery, the clatter of dishes, the hot mug in my hand, the spicy smell of the coffee. All indications that I'm alive. I wondered how much it would take to make me give it all up. I wondered how much it took to make those 3 people in the morgue give it up. 3 middle-aged people who must have added up the total worth of all the things they could see and hear and taste and feel, and then decided it wasn't worth it. And I wondered about Brill, the private investigator, wheezing over their bodies, tying them together. I measured it all against a column of newsprint and decided it might fit. After half an hour, I went back to the morgue and Bert Larkin.
All he wanted was their names.
What else did he say?
What are you making a big thing? I told you.
What about the families? They check in yet?
Nobody.
Then how did Brill know the bodies were here?
Now, talk sense. You want to play some pinochle?
Not tonight.
Gin rummy.
Didn't anybody phone?
Look, if somebody phoned, now, wait a minute. 1 call.
Give.
Yeah, a woman phoned, a lawyer. Sometimes they do that, trying to pick up a little business, wills and executors and things like that.
What did you tell her?
I described the customers.
That all?
She promised me a case of something wet if I'd keep her informed. Gave me a phone number.
Funny request, isn't it?
Everything's funny around here.
Let's all laugh together. Give me the phone number. The city directory identified the phone number as belonging to one Iris Ingleby, attorney at law. The office was located in a 2-story frame house with part of the front wall knocked out and replaced with a large plate glass window. A semicircle of dirty gold letters advised the passers-by that this was the place to take their legal problems. I opened the door and stepped into a 3-piece waiting room. 1 chair, 1 couch, and 1 woman. all of them middle-aged. She sat huddled at the end of the couch with a handkerchief pressed up against her nose, and her shoulders were shaking. Pardon me.
Pardon? There is no pardon.
Are you waiting for Miss Ingleby?
We all wait for the infinite.
Oh, look, is there anything I can do?
Oh, we're past doing. Destruction is the daughter of evil.
Somebody famous must have said that.
Shrilaludratna.
Who?
Shrilaludratna. Do you know the word?
I don't think so. No, ma'am.
Then learn it. Learn it. It's not too late.
Well, thanks. I'm a little busy now, but...
Oh, a little busy. Too busy to grasp the hand of fate. What are you doing here?
A talk with a lawyer.
Then sign the papers. Please ask for the papers. Death is so close. Some are dying by their own hand.
Some are... You mean suicide?
No, it makes so little difference now. The fluid of the infinite saturates our bodies. Soon we shall sink.
Look, Mrs.
Miss MacPherson.
Miss MacPherson, my name's Randy Stone. I'm a reporter for the Daily. I don't know what kind of trouble has upset you like this, but I might be able to help.
They told us it would be like this. Not until now would man help man. And now it's too late.
These suicides, you know something about them?
Suicide is merely a word. We all face a common destiny. Shrilaludratna would have...
This Dratna, who is he?
Mr. Stone, when they're free in there, in the office, you may go first. I'll wait. It's important. So important that you learn. You're very ignorant.
I felt the hair begin to prickle on the back of my neck as I looked into the woman's clouded, terrified eyes. Whatever it was she feared, she was as much concerned for me as for herself. Then the door opened and a voice said,
Mr. Stone, I'll see you now.
I should have been concerned about how she knew my name, but I was too interested in that rich, soothing voice. It came out of an oval ivory face glowing against the dim light of the room behind her. Her hair was the color of the black suit she wore. She had the kind of figure that tailors like to make things for. We were already in her office before I took my eyes off her.
Now, your business, Mr. Stone?
What's the penalty in this state for aiding and abetting a suicide?
Is this the hypothetical question?
I wouldn't say so. They weren't hypothetical suicides.
Please be specific.
2 men and a woman laid out in the city morgue. You and that private eye are interested. So is Miss MacPherson. So am I.
I see. Mr. Stone, suppose I were to take you into my confidence.
That'd be nice.
It might be dangerous for me to do so.
Yeah?
I'll have to ask you to do me the courtesy of waiting a short time before I give you my information.
That sounds fair.
This is a particularly busy night for me. Perhaps the busiest in our lives. You'll understand later.
I'm sure.
The door on your right, please.
Thanks.
I'll call you, Mr. Stone.
The door swung shut of its own weight. The lock clicked. I turned the knob, put my shoulder against the varnished oak boards. Nothing gave. I turned around to see a white plaster room with another door on the far end. Running along the base of the wall were bookcases, and one book lay open on a black onyx desk. A man was reading it. A pale, thin, bald man wearing a black suit. He looked up, moistened his lips, wiped his hand in front of his eyes a couple of times as if he were brushing something away.
Yes?
Miss Ingleby asked me to wait in here.
She shouldn't have done that. But I suppose she didn't know I was meditating.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, please. I'll leave. Oh, but perhaps you need my help. Do you wish to prepare yourself?
Be prepared. That's what Shrilaludratna always says.
Shrilaludratna has been dead for 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, you are not an initiate of our order.
Well, I'd like to learn.
It isn't accomplished in a single eye. Shrilaludratna was one of the few men who allied his consciousness with the eternal whilst he still lived. His writings have been preserved for us in this book. I myself translated them from the Sanskrit.
Where did you get the book?
I discovered it in India while pursuing my studies.
Pardon me.
Yes.
Why did they kill themselves?
Kill? Why is there always this obscene emphasis on the word?
3 people committed suicide. 3 people connected to Mr. Brill and Miss Ingleby. Why?
Suicide? Our people?
I'd say so.
I didn't know. I should have been told. Who were they?
I can get the names.
No. It's not important now. I wonder if they tried to come to me.
Why should they do that?
Oh, to bring their money, of course. To rid themselves of the evil as others have.
Oh, that dirty old green evil stuff. But, you kind of like it, don't you?
I abominate it. Our people must divest themselves of it before tomorrow.
Why tomorrow?
You don't know.
Tell me.
Tomorrow is the end of the world. Indeed, Mr. Stone. At 4:20 a.m., the end of the world. You must meditate. Alone.
He threw the lines away like an offhand actor and disappeared through the far door. I went after him, tried the handle. That one wouldn't open either. I spent about 3 minutes trying to figure out how he'd gotten through the door. Then I gave myself to thoughts of the world's end at 4:20 a.m. Whatever my mystic friend was selling, he'd sold well enough for his followers to hand over their money. And 3 of them had already checked in their lives. I took a turn around the room and flipped through half a dozen of the books to pass the time. They all dealt with Eastern philosophy, and they all sounded like Sri Lalu Dratna. It must have taken about an hour and a half.
Stone, come in.
Oh, Brill. Just when I was coming to the exciting part.
Sit down.
I'll go with what I've got. Or you might want to clear up a few things.
Like what?
Well, what's with the leader? How many people are buying this end-of-the-world line?
Stone, you just don't understand. The process of understanding is a long one. The road is crooked.
Yeah, you go by way of your elbow with overtones of double talk.
Go on.
Well, let me cop a guess. You and the leader and Iris Ingleby have quite a thing going. You sell the customers a hodgepodge of philosophy and mumbo-jumbo, all building up to the end of the world at 4:20 a.m. tomorrow morning. Then advise them to turn over their money so they can go to Sri Lalu Dratna all clean and innocent. Only you sold a little bit too well. You actually frightened some of the believers into committing suicide. But I've got a hunch the leader is really sincere about this stuff. And he didn't like not being told about the suicides. I wonder if he's been told what's going to happen to the money.
Why not go to the police?
With what? Oh, you're a real cutie, Brill. I'll try the leader.
No, Stone. I think you'll leave now. I think you will.
I found myself looking down the barrel of Brill's argument, so I left. Brill blew his nose. 2 doors down the street, I found a bar with a telephone booth. I called Barney Goss, who held down the night desk at the Daily. Gave him what I had in case I was coming late into the office. Asked him to pass it on to Lieutenant Peterson, the police headquarters. Barney had a message for me, to call Bert Larkin at the morgue.
I got new business.
What brand of business?
Suicide. She just came in. Tossed herself in front of an automobile.
Any identification?
Yeah. A middle-aged woman named MacPherson.
Miss MacPherson, the woman in Iris Ingleby's waiting room. I hung up, opened the booth door. I guess my face didn't look very good. Iris Ingleby was disappointed.
Mr. Stone, I thought you'd want to see me.
How'd you find me?
I waited outside the office. I've ordered 2 drinks. Let's sit down.
Yeah, let's.
What's wrong? What's the matter?
A woman named MacPherson killed herself.
Oh, no.
Maybe there'll be a few more.
Oh, Mr. Stone, I'm afraid. I didn't know this would happen. I didn't.
Well, what did you know?
Well, the leader, he's my brother.
Huh?
He's always been, strange, dedicated. I guess otherworldly is the word. I didn't know whether I believed in his Dratna talk or not. But Brill came to one of the meetings. He told me he was a private detective and knew that we could get away with... inside the law. Said we could make a lot of money, and then my brother told us the world was coming to an end, and these suicides began.
Oh, stop it, lady. You're the one who pulled the switch.
We didn't plan anything like this. All we wanted was the money. Well, Mr. Stone, I know I've been wrong. Have you ever been in a situation you knew was bad, where you wanted to get out, and then you couldn't? You couldn't. You were caught.
How caught are you? You can tell the police, tell the members of your group.
Not now. It's Brill. He threatened to kill me tonight. Mr. Stone, you've got to tell me what to do. I need you.
She leaned toward me, her hair falling loose against the side of her forehead. Her lips trembled a bit. A frightened girl riding a steamroller she didn't know how to stop. I considered how long I ought to let her hold onto my hand. Then one of the nails dug into the back of my wrist, and I winced.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Drink your drink.
I wish you'd wash the nasty taste out of my mouth. God have mercy on me. Shall we drink to mercy?
I'll drink to justice. She was great. She was sensational. And so was the stuff in the drink. No taste, no odor, just a small bomb going off in the back of my brain. At first, I thought it was the alcohol, that I was getting drunk too fast.
Hey, I'm drunk. Quite very drunk. How'd I do it?
It's all right. He's just a little tight. I'll take him home. Come with me, Mr. Stone. Come with me.
I couldn't make up my mind whether I was floating over a tea garden in Ceylon or lying on a couch in an office. Brill's face bending over me helped me make up my mind.
He's gone. He's floating. He's flying.
Give him another 5 minutes.
How do you know that truth serum stuff will work? We never had to use it before.
It'll work.
Suppose all he does is start babbling.
It doesn't work like that. It just creates a condition of extreme suggestibility. For a few hours after this, he'll believe anything, if it's put to him straight enough. My brother will take care of that.
You better go talk to him. Ask him if he wants to go out to Rhine Woods with us. Look at this guy. He's stupid. Wake up, friend. Aren't you stupid?
I don't want to go to Ryan Woods. I want to run in the woods.
You'll run all right.
Something warm was caressing my brain, swimming up the back of my neck and making a pretty little pink haze. I didn't care much what was going on. Ryan Woods. But somewhere in the back of my mind, a little voice was whispering a condition of extreme suggestibility. And another little voice translated it for me. It meant in a little while I was going to be somebody else. Somebody who would believe what he was told, who would do what he was told. I tried to get up off the couch and fell onto the floor. Then the phrase came swimming back. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Now is the time. Now say it, Stones. Keep saying it. Maybe when the bottom drops out, maybe when you start to think and think like you're not supposed to think, maybe then the words will still be in your mind. Then you can hold on to them and push yourself back. Say it. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of all good men. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid.
Mr. Stone, you must listen to me.
I don't know. You're trying to fool me.
The evil has run its course.
Yeah?
In a matter of hours, there will be a total cataclysm, annihilation, destruction. Before that occurs, you must believe.
Well, I don't want it. I don't want that.
Think of it. A final punishment. The instant, the last terrible instant that will bring the cycle to completion. Wipe out the evil in the final agony that brings us to the threshold of Dratna's spirit.
I'm afraid.
Have no fear of fate. She is like a mother, watching over us, comforting us with her infallibility. Do you believe, Mr. Stone?
Why do I have to die? Why? Street, Night Street, nobody. Automobile coming. So easy to die under the wheels, to throw myself. I want to die now. Now is the time to die. Now is the time for all good men to die. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. The lights of the car whipped by, and the crazy words spun inside the tight little circle that gripped my brain like a vice.
My knees buckled, the street tilted. I tried to walk, but Randy Stone's world came to a temporary end, folded up in a gutter.
Randy, wake up.
Huh? Hey, you, Peterson. Well, how'd you get here?
Barney Goss at the Daily phoned me.
Huh.
Said you had a story about some con men plotting the end of the world. I should have figured you were drunk.
I'm not drunk, sick.
Yeah?
Hey, Peterson, time. What time is it?
Read your own watch. 3:30 a.m. I'll take you home to bed.
Ryan Woods.
Huh?
Ryan Woods. They said going to Ryan Woods. So we're going. It's the end of the world, 4:20.
Now cut it out. Now let's...
Now, you listen to me. I'm not drunk. I'm drugged.
Drugged?
The end of the world at Ryan Woods. Have to go. We have to go. The rain splashing through the open window of the car helped to clear my head. I made enough sense to explain the setup to Peterson. It was after 4 o'clock when he hit the woods. We cruised around until we found who we were looking for. The leader stood before a bunch of people with one arm raised in the air. He had a paper bag clamped under his other arm.
The time is almost here. Have no fear. We are about to know man's most spiritual experience. You go with clean hands washed of evil.
Then Brill and Iris Ingleby were walking from the cars toward the leader. I pulled my coat up around my face and inched forward.
No! You can't have it! I'll destroy the money! Give it here!
We'll destroy it. Give it to us.
No, it's bad! Bad!
Then Iris had the paper bag in her hand, snatched from the leader's arm. And she and Brill were running toward the cars. I saw Lieutenant Peterson step out, taking a gun from his pocket. Brill stopped, slowly raising his arms. And I wanted to laugh when I saw the white handkerchief fall from his sleeve. But Iris had turned around, still running towards me now. I stepped out into the open. She was about 100 feet away. For one instant, she was a terrified woman, running. Then the lightning reached out for her. The flash grabbed her like a vicious hand. She sprawled lifeless in the dirt. I added one more fact to tell Peterson for his report. The time of Iris Ingleby's death, 4:20 a.m. Same old office, same old desk. Same old dawn coming up outside the same old window. The people who waited in the rain at Ryan's Woods, well, they're home now, shaking their heads and wondering at it all. Well, I wonder, too, how will it really end? A cataclysm from outside? Or will we do a good job of blowing ourselves up? Or maybe people like Brill and Iris with enough guns and words will do it for us. Another day. A wet, dreary, wonderful day. But you still can't help wondering, how will it end? With a bang or a whimper? Copy, boy!
Nightbeat.
Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber, presents
Nightbeat. And now, Goodyear Theatre brings you Nightbeat, and we hand over to Randy Stone.
Hi there. This is Randy Stone. I cover the Nightbeat for the Daily. Stories start in many different ways. This one began with an open door and ended with a door that was closed. I was late and I didn't feel like work. You get that way sometimes. I think most guys go a bit sour for different reasons. Maybe it's a girl, a hangover, or even a wife. It could be any reason, but there are times when everything seems cockeyed. I had a story of sorts. It was just a matter of pounding it out on the typewriter. I was on my way to the city room to do just that when the receptionist told me there was someone waiting to see me. A lady. It's funny how it always gives you a jolt when you know there's a lady waiting to see you. It could be news, or it could be... Well, that's how my mind was working when I walked into the waiting room. There was only one person in there. A little old lady, all in black. She stood up as I went in.
Oh, it's Mr. Stone, isn't it?
I'm Randy Stone.
I've been waiting quite a long time.
Well, I'm sorry. I was detained.
I know how busy you must be, but I'm sure you'll help me, Mr. Stone.
When people say that, it usually means a bite coming. I had a good look at her. No, she didn't look the type. One of those apple-cheeked old ladies, a sort of magazine cover type for someone's mother. She'd been wearing black gloves. Now one of them was off, and she was twisting and turning it like it was a dish rag she was wringing out. She was nervous, all right, and there were tears in her eyes.
I always read your column, Mr. Stone, and I know you're interested in people, little people without influence and powerful friends, people like me.
Maybe I am at that.
You are. I know you are. That's why I've come to you.
Well, suppose you tell me what's on your mind.
It's about my son, Pete. He was murdered.
Murdered? Oh, but, lady, you've come to the wrong place. You want the police.
No. The police have finished with the case. They say it was an accident. The coroner said so, too. But they're wrong, and I know it.
Mrs. Collins, if the police and the coroner are satisfied, it was an accident. There's nothing more anyone can do. Why should you think he was murdered anyway?
Call it a mother's intuition. Oh, Mr. Stone, I know you think I'm foolish and that I'm wasting your time.
Look, Mrs. Collins, I'm wasting yours. Even if there was anything in your story, I couldn't help. I'm not a detective. I'm not a crime reporter.
Peter was my only boy. Straight, tall, clean, like his father. He was all I had. Pete in my memories. Now he's gone. Pushed or thrown down an elevator shaft.
Down an elevator shaft?
It was an automatic elevator. They said the door was out of order. That he opened it and stepped through, thinking the elevator was there.
Oh, that's tough.
He didn't. Pete was always so careful, so particular. Do you think he'd step through that doorway in broad daylight?
The police think so.
That's what they want to think. That's what Mr. Schultz wanted them to think.
Mr. Schultz?
He's a lawyer. Pete worked for him. He hated working there. But it was a job, and he needed it.
Why did he hate working there?
He told me he was going to leave as soon as he could. He suspected that Mr. Schultz was blackmailing some of his clients.
Did you tell that to the police?
Yes, but they didn't take it seriously. Mr. Schultz is a pretty important man.
A big shot?
Yes. I would think so.
Do you think Schultz pushed your son down that elevator shaft?
I do. He's evil, that man. I know he killed Pete.
Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know why I'm asking you these questions. There's nothing I can do for you. You better try the police again.
You could write something in your column.
Such as?
Insisting that the police reopen the case. Say that it was murder.
And have my paper sued for damages? Then I'd be one of the unemployed.
Oh. Then you can't do anything.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Mr. Stone.
Oh, please, Mrs. Collins. If I could help, I would. But honestly, it's right out of my line.
I understand, Mr. Stone. I'm sorry to have wasted your time.
I'll think about it. If I come to see you, maybe it will help you if you can talk about Pete.
He never harmed anyone in his life. He was a good boy. Never gambled or drank. Didn't even smoke. Now he's gone.
Tell me where you live.
2028 West 75th Street.
Well, I'll think it over, and then maybe I'll come to see you.
Then you will help.
Well, I didn't say that, but I will talk to some of the police that I know.
Oh, Mr. Stone, how can I thank you?
Don't. I haven't promised anything.
Oh, I won't keep you anymore. But I know I'll see you soon, Mr. Stone.
That's what she thought. See you soon. I had a story to write, and I wanted to forget all about Mrs. Collins and her troubles. A mother's intuition. How do you like that? I went into the city room and pounded out my story, and then decided to go home and sleep and sleep. That's what I said to myself. That's what I meant to do. But somehow my feet wouldn't behave. They carried me into our morgue. That's what we call the room where we keep the files of old editions. Old Hank Bennett was drowsing over his files as usual.
Hi, Randy. What's on your mind?
Sorry to break in on your beauty sleep, Hank. I want to do some digging.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, dig me out the story of an inquest on a kid called Pete Collins. I want all details on the whole thing.
When was it?
I wouldn't know. Quite recently, I guess.
You guys are all the same. One file's maybe 20 years back and can't give me a clue.
This is not 20 years back, maybe not even 20 days. Look, don't you keep an index?
Sure, we're efficient here.
Then give me what I want and dry your eyes.
Take it easy, Randy. I won't keep you long.
I was a bit edgy, but then I was sore with myself. I could have been home pounding that pillow. There I was, sitting in a newspaper morgue reading about a case that didn't even interest me. Or did it? Maybe it did at that, because next morning found me on the 15th floor of the Century Building, walking into the offices of Lionel Schultz, attorney at law. And a swell suite of offices it was, too. And the babe who came to inquire my business, among other things, she wore a sweater. And her face, it had a certain hardness in those blue eyes. But you only noticed that later on. She was civil enough.
Yes, sir?
I'd like to see Mr. Schultz.
Mr. Schultz is pretty busy this morning. Have you an appointment?
No, but I think Mr. Schultz will see me all the same.
What name is it?
Stone, Randy Stone of the Daily.
Oh, the newspaper man.
You get top marks for a deduction, baby.
Right. Could you tell me why you want to see Mr. Schultz? If it's important, he may be able to fit you in.
Tell him it's about Pete Collins. As soon as I said that, there seemed to be a dead silence. That was because the other girl there suddenly stopped typing. I looked across. She wasn't in a beauty contest class, quite the reverse. Just a plain, dumpy youngster with big, frightened eyes. The sweater girl broke the silence.
Get on with your work, Doreen.
Suppose you take my message in to Mr. Schultz.
Yes, Mr. Stone. Please take a seat. I won't keep you a moment.
Hi, Doreen.
Yes, sir.
What scared you when I mentioned Pete Collins' name?
He used to work here. He was killed.
Keep on pounding that typewriter. Was it an accident, Doreen?
I don't know. I can't talk now. She'll be back.
There's a coffee shop on the corner, just on the left. You know it?
Kaufman's?
Yeah. What time do you lunch?
1 o'clock.
That's when I'll meet you at Kaufman's.
Mr. Schultz will spare you a few minutes now, Mr. Stone, between appointments.
This must be my lucky day.
Will you come in?
Thanks. She closed the door behind me, and I found myself facing Lionel Schultz. He was a big guy in every way, broad and long, and he smoked big cigars. He smiled with his mouth, but his eyes bored into me. There was no welcome stranger sign about those eyes. I let Schultz speak first.
Will you sit down, Mr. Stone, and tell me what I can do for you?
Thanks.
I'm a very busy man, but when I heard you wanted to talk about poor Collins, I made time for you.
That was good of you, Mr. Schultz.
We thought the world of him here. That tragic accident was a great shock to all of us.
Sure, I suppose it was. According to your evidence in the coroner's court, you complained to the janitor the day before that the elevator door was out of order?
It had been out of order for some days. I had complained several times.
It's an automatic elevator. The door is not supposed to open unless the elevator is up at this floor.
That is so, and that was the fault in it. The door could be opened at this floor without the elevator being there.
So the fault lies with the carelessness of the janitor who didn't have the necessary repairs made.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. He informed the elevator company, but they didn't send a mechanic. That was all stated at the inquest.
The door's all right now. I tried it myself this morning.
I should hope so. What is the purpose of these questions, Mr. Stone?
That was the $64 question. What was I aiming at? I wasn't sure myself. Still, I had to answer. Well, as you say, Mr. Schultz, it was a tragic accident. A promising young man like Collins crashing to his death. I'm interested in the human side of it. A story about the boy himself, his hopes, aspirations, what sort of work he did. I thought you could help me.
Oh, why, sure. Only too pleased to tell you all I can, Mr. Stone. He was a fine lad, Pete, a fine lad. I treated him more as a friend than an employee.
You were buddies?
Sure, buddies. That's what we were. Pete used to come to me for advice. On the very day that he died, he was sitting in that chair, Mr. Stone, smoking one of my cigars. He was telling me some personal problem, and I gave him a cigar just to put him at his ease. Oh, by the way, I have a cigar, Mr. Stone, of my own brand. I have them imported from the Argentine.
Oh, thanks, I will.
I'd like your opinion of them. Well, now, where was I? Oh, yes, about your Pete. The youngster was like a son to me.
And so it went on. The more the guy drooled, the more certain I felt there was something screwy about the whole setup. I got away eventually. I didn't go back through the general office. Mr. Schultz had a private exit into the passage right opposite the elevator. He came out to see me off, showed me the fatal door, and by the time we parted, we were buddies, too. At 1 o'clock, I grabbed myself a table at Kaufman's coffee shop. A few minutes later, Doreen came in. The kid seemed scared. She looked around the shop, saw me, and came straight over.
Oh, Mr. Stone.
Oh, take it easy, kid. Now, what'll it be? Coffee? A hamburger?
No, I don't want anything. I want to tell you about Pete Collins.
Sure, you can tell me about that, too.
He was murdered, Mr. Stone. They killed him.
That kid's words were blazing with intensity. I could see she'd been bottling up emotion for a long time, and I could also see that I'd blundered into something that was strictly off my usual beat. I was reaching the stage where I didn't care. I realized that a mother's intuition was paying off. Still, I didn't want to let all Kaufman's customers into the secret. Doreen was really letting herself go.
I know they did, Mr. Stone, and they'll kill me, too, if they get the chance. Poor Pete. He wasn't scared of them.
Why didn't you talk to the police about this?
I didn't dare. Ruth, Miss Marshall, that's Mr. Schultz's secretary.
The sweater girl?
Yes, I once took some money out of the petty cash, $20. They found out. Ruth Marshall said if I told the police anything about Pete Collins, they'd send me to jail for being a thief.
So you let them get away with murder?
Yes, but I didn't really know much.
Now tell me about it, and then maybe we'll go to the police.
On the day it happened, Pete had a big row with Mr. Schultz over a letter.
A letter?
It was out of the secret file. Ruth Marshall always handles that. But the letter got into Pete's lot by mistake. He read it, then he looked over at Ruth and said, "This is sheer blackmail."
Well, they seem to make a specialty of it, inside and outside the firm. Now, go on.
Ruth rushed over to Pete's desk and tried to snatch the letter away, but Pete hung on to it. He said, "I've suspected something like this for a long time." Then he went into Mr. Schultz's office with the letter, and Ruth followed him.
Then I take it Schultz and Pete weren't exactly buddies.
Pete hated him. He needed the job to further his law studies. That was the only reason he stayed there.
I'd like a peek at that private file. Tell me more, Doreen.
A few minutes later, Pete came out of Schultz's office. He was very pale. He began to gather his things off his desk. Then he came over and told me he was leaving right away. He said something about a letter to Mr. John Bullivant. Just then, Ruth came out of Mr. Schultz's office and told Pete to go back there as Mr. Schultz wanted to pay him a week's salary. Pete went back, and that's the last time I ever saw him.
Did Ruth go back into the office with him?
No. She stood by her desk for a while. Then she moved over to see what I was doing. Just then we heard the scream. It was Pete as he was falling.
Oh, take it easy, kid.
I can still hear that scream.
What did you do?
For a moment, I stood not knowing what to do. Then I rushed out into the passage with Ruth. We saw the elevator door was open.
And where was Schultz?
He came out of his office a few seconds later while we were standing there.
Would he have had time to push Pete down that elevator shaft and get back to his office before you got there?
Oh, yes, quite easily. His door is right opposite the elevator. Our entrance is round the corner of the passage.
Well, I don't want to disappoint you, kid. What you've told me might be mighty suspicious, but there's no evidence of murder.
What about Ruth and Mr. Schultz threatening me not to tell the police about the quarrel?
Well, that's suspicious, too. Huh. Can you detect the fragrant odor of an Argentine cigar?
Mr. Schultz!
Sit down, Schultz. Join us in a cup of coffee?
Thank you, Mr. Stone. I've had lunch. I'd no idea you were friendly with Miss Lawson.
Miss Lawson? Oh, you mean Doreen. Well, she's been confiding in me. She's just like a daughter to me.
What do you mean by that, Crack?
Can I help it if I feel paternal? You've often felt the same way yourself. You told me.
I glanced in here as I was passing. I noticed Miss Lawson, and it occurred to me that I want a certain document typed in a hurry. I wondered if she'd be good enough to come back with me now.
Can't Ruth type the document?
She won't be back until later this afternoon.
Well, that's just too bad, because Doreen won't be back this afternoon.
Stone, you're crazy. This girl has her job to think about, her future. And as for you, Stone, your editor will hear about this, encouraging this girl to throw away her living.
I'm not encouraging her to throw away her life. Come on, Doreen.
You'll regret this, Stone.
We got into my car and drove away. On the way, I asked a few more questions. I was interested in this Bullivant who was mentioned in the letter. I found out he was an ex-senator who'd made a fortune in the stock exchange. Finally, we got to the precinct where I asked for Lieutenant Blomberg, a cop I knew quite well. I left Doreen in the waiting room while I talked to Blomberg.
I've just had a look through the file on Pete Collins. Our people were quite satisfied it was an accident.
Are you, after hearing everything I've told you?
Have you told me one single thing that'll make a murder charge stick? Against Schultz or the Marshall girl?
Their behavior is suspicious, to say the least.
Randy Stone. So what? If we were to arrest every person who acts suspiciously, we wouldn't fit them all in the Empire State Building.
They're not going to do anything? What about John Bullivant?
If they were blackmailing Bullivant, he's not likely to talk. He's paying for silence.
Can't you give this girl, Doreen Lawson, protection?
I'll hold that kid for 24 hours on suspected theft. That's all I can do. 24 hours.
That's all I want. That's the deadline. I'll be seeing you, Lieutenant.
Hey, wait a minute, Randy.
What now?
Don't go butting into police matters. You're a columnist, not a dick.
That's something to be thankful for. I know my job.
Wise guy, huh?
I left the lieutenant feeling that relations were somewhat strained. I didn't see Doreen. I thought I'd leave the police to do the explaining. 24 hours. To do what? To find out whether Pete Collins was murdered. But there was something puzzling me. I knew I held the key to the mystery, but I couldn't figure what it was. It was all very well to talk about 24 hours deadline, but how was I to use that 24 hours? I was out of my depth, and I knew it. My car took me to the home of John Bullivant. Maybe he'd throw me a lifeline.
What can I do for you, Mr. Stone?
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Bullivant, but it's important.
I'm just going out. Please be as brief as possible.
I will. Why is Lionel Schultz blackmailing you?
Schultz? Blackmail? What's the game, Stone?
That's what I want to know.
Now listen, Stone. I can be pushed so far and no further. Schultz swore he'd give nothing to the papers.
Did he now?
How much did he tell you? He's bled me dry already.
Now we're getting places.
I suppose you want your share. You're in on the racket. How much you asking not to publish?
Life's full of little surprises, Mr. Bullivant. I don't want to publish your guilty secret.
What do you want?
I want to save you from paying any more blackmail. And I want to put Schultz where he belongs.
And Sing Sing?
On the hot seat if he has his due.
You mean he's committed a murder?
Well, I have suspicion, but no proof.
Did he tell you about me?
Mr. Bullivant, I don't know anything at all about you beyond that he was blackmailing you.
You've got your nerve coming here and trying to bluff me. Get out.
Now, take it easy. I'm trying to help you.
I can look after myself.
I doubt it. Now, just listen to me. I don't care what dirty racket you've been mixed up in or what hold Schultz has over you. A decent young guy was murdered by Schultz, and he's got away with it. I want to make him convict himself.
A modern knight-errant, huh?
No, just a plain guy who believes in justice.
What do you want me to do?
Call up Schultz. Tell him you're through. Say the police are making inquiries about a murder charge concerning a young man called Pete Collins.
How will that help me?
Schultz will lose his nerve. He'll either clear out or try to beat the rap. Either way, you'll be free of him.
Maybe it's worth trying.
What have you got to lose?
Suppose he talks about my affairs.
Why should he? If he gets off, you're always good for a future touch.
He mustn't get off. I'll do it, Stone. I'll call him at his office tomorrow morning. If he talks himself into the death house, all the better.
Bullivant's motives weren't exactly altruistic, but they suited my purpose. I left him rubbing his hands and visualizing freedom from blackmail. So far, so good. But I felt it was high time I paid a visit to Pete's mother. I found her in her neat, spotlessly clean little apartment. She didn't seem in the least surprised to see me, and all of a sudden, I felt glad about what I was doing. Glad, and in some strange way, sort of proud.
I knew you'd come, Mr. Stone. Have you found out anything about my boy?
I found out a lot, Mrs. Collins.
It wasn't an accident, was it?
No. No, I don't think it was.
I'm not looking for revenge, Mr. Stone, but if they've killed once, they may kill again. Some other mother may suffer as I have.
I know just how you feel, Mrs. Collins. Mind if I smoke?
That's all right, Mr. Stone. The place is so quiet, so empty. I can't believe that he's never coming back. Those were his law books. He used to study here. He had such faith in his future. Now they've ended it all.
That's tough, but they'll get theirs all right.
That won't bring him back. But it may save someone else from this.
It sure will. Do you have an ashtray?
Oh, I'm afraid not. Pete never smoked.
He never smoked. Are you sure of that?
Never in his life. I think I told you.
He didn't smoke. Sure you told me that, Mrs. Collins. That's what's been on my mind all day, but I didn't know it. Look, I've got to go now, but you'll hear from me again very soon. He didn't smoke. And yet Schultz had gone to a lot of trouble to tell me about that last cigar he gave Pete Collins. Why? That's what I wanted to know. But I couldn't locate Lieutenant Blomberg that night. It was 10 o'clock next morning before I got him.
Hello, Randy. I think Doreen Lawson wants to see you, and she's not exactly friendly.
Never mind about her, Lieutenant. I want some action from you.
You've had some, Randy. I've been making a few inquiries.
Any results?
I think the boy was murdered. We can't make it stick.
Schultz told me he gave the kid a cigar just before he was killed.
So what?
That kid had never smoked in his life. Why did Schultz go out of his way to tell me that lie?
So, Pete Collins was a non-smoker. Maybe that's the answer.
Oh, quit playing Sherlock Holmes. What are you driving at?
There's a burn on the boy's hand and a cigar crushed underneath him.
One of Schultz's special cigars?
Could be. I'll have it checked. Schultz told our people the cigar story, too.
I get it. There was a struggle when he pushed the kid through the elevator door. The kid grabbed the cigar that Schultz was smoking.
Yeah. And Schultz told us the smoking story to cover the burn on the cigar.
Well, what are you waiting for? Make the arrest.
It's supposition, Randy. How will that evidence stand up against the clever defense counsel?
Hold your horses, Blomberg. I've taken certain action. I think Schultz will convict himself. He'll try to clear out. You better put a tail on him.
I'll do that, Randy. Maybe we'll make this stick after all.
I'll be at the office. Phone me if anything happens.
Okay.
It was a long wait, but I never moved from that phone. The call I was waiting for came a little after 9. Hello?
Randy?
That you, Lieutenant?
Yeah. I've got news for you.
Spill it.
Schultz beat us to it. Took off from LaGuardia this morning with the marshal dame.
So they got away.
Had his own private plane. Seems he left after he had a phone call from Bullivant.
Yeah, I thought that would happen. Can you pick them up?
They're already picked up. What's left of them.
What?
Maybe Schultz's nerves affected his skill as a pilot. I wouldn't know. Plane crashed at Champlain near the Canadian border this afternoon.
Both killed?
Instantly. I just got the news.
Oh, poetic justice.
What's that?
I said poetic justice. They fell further than Pete Collins.
Maybe they did at that. Okay, Stone. That closes the case. As far as we're concerned, 2 people killed in a plane crash. Bye now.
I went at once to see Mrs. Collins. I told her what had happened. Told her that a mother's intuition was right. She cried again. And maybe there was a tear for the 2 who crashed as well as Pete Collins. I wouldn't know. Mothers are strange and wonderful people. Copy, boy.
Nightbeat. Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber, presents Nightbeat.
And now, Goodyear Theatre brings you Nightbeat, and we hand over to Randy Stone.
Hi there. This is Randy Stone. I cover the Nightbeat for the Daily. Stories start in many different ways. This one began as a 9-day wonder and ended with a 2-minute silence. The times are hard on prophets. Why is it they don't have prophets anymore? Is it because living securely in our cement anthills we've become skeptical? Or is it just because we are too afraid of knowing the future? I just had cause to wonder. For a reason unknown to millions of our readers, I was in my office supposed to be working. Only I was busy at something those same readers would like to see me doing more of. Snoring. Through a haze of sleep, I heard someone knocking. Heard the door open, and looked up to see a big dog collar with a little guy inside it. I remembered my manners and hauled myself to my feet.
Excuse me, I was looking for Mr. Randy Stone.
Well, you found what's left of him. Come on in, Reverend.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Lehman.
How do you do? Take a seat.
Mr. Stone, I believe you write a column.
That's right. And this time I began to believe it myself.
My friends at Morriston seem to think that you may be able to help us. And there's someone who needs that help very desperately. I haven't seen your column myself. The Daily isn't the sort of newspaper I generally read, but I believe it has a great following.
What is it you want me to do, Doctor?
Can you come with me now back to Morriston?
Well, where is it?
About 100 miles out of New York.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's only a tiny place. But, Mr. Stone, I believe that the name of Morriston will soon be ringing across the world. It may become another Mecca, another Lourdes.
You mean that some sort of a miracle has happened there?
It's very difficult for me, Mr. Stone, particularly as I represent the church in Morriston, but, well, yes, I believe we have seen a miracle.
And you want me to give out with the publicity?
Oh, no, that's the last thing I want at the moment. We must be very sure first. But we would all be very grateful if you'd assist us with an investigation.
But what kind of a miracle was it?
Well, if you come to my house, you can hear the events exactly as they happened. I have a tape recording of the whole incident.
You mean that you were expecting this thing to happen then?
Oh, far from it. You see, Mr. Stone, it wasn't, if I can use the word, an ordinary miracle. There was no vision, no wondrous cure.
Then what was it?
A man was murdered.
After that, Dr. Lehman had me eating out of his hand. But he quietly refused to tell me any more about it until we reached Morriston. I have often said that to be a good parson, you need a very keen sense of the dramatic. He was also a good driver. And in 2.5 hours, I was sitting in the doctor's chintzy little sitting room.
I'm sorry to be so mysterious, Mr. Stone.
Well, I'll admit you've got me curious.
I thought it'd be far better to let you hear the recording with an open mind. That's why I wanted you to come tonight, before you read the stories in the morning papers. Tell me, Mr. Stone, have you ever heard of a man who calls himself Phineas Brigand Elliot?
The crazy author? Didn't he write The Voice of the Serpent?
Yes, that's the one. But it's as a lecturer he interests us at the moment. I expect you know his line of fire. commercial atheism, titillating the appetite of the public by encouraging sin and explaining, most logically it would seem, the futility of virtue. Whether or not the man believed in what he preached, I don't know. But it was a brilliant commercial venture. Elliot came to the town this afternoon with a little presentation called In Praise of Sin. I need hardly tell you that the hall was packed to the doors. If I could get half that number into church on Sunday, I'd be more than pleased. Mostly women, of course. They looked rather sheepish when they saw me arrive, and put on their sternest, most disapproving expressions, positively glaring at Elliot when he came on the stage.
Wasn't it rather rash of you to attend such a meeting?
Not at all. I intended to answer his arguments in church tomorrow. I'd heard the man speak before, Mr. Stone, and I knew just how compelling he could be. And on top of that, I remembered Elliot as being good-looking in a dark, rather evil sort of way, so I knew what I was up against.
So you took along your portable recorder?
Exactly. I wanted to study his arguments quietly here at home so I could prepare my sermon. I must say I never dreamt of what would happen. I'll just play you the end of the lecture.
Don't you trust me hearing the whole lot?
Well, the end is the only part of any consequence, Mr. Stone.
Encouraging sin. That is ridiculous. You might as well say I was encouraging the tides, or the waxing and the waning of the moon, or the explosion of a volcano. Sin is with us. It is a function, an integral part of life and nature. And to try and damn that force is the height of futility. I say to you that it is not sin that is wicked or dangerous, but excess.
Mr. Stone, I regret to tell you that by this time the
Real
looks of
evil is
disapproval
more likely
had
to stem
quite
from
vanished
excessive
from the faces of
virtue
the audience and
than
were
normal,
replaced by ones of
healthy,
delicious anticipation.
Moderate sinfulness. Now, just try to imagine a world without sin of any sort. Can you picture anything more dreary than a world of unblemished virtue? What would you good ladies have to talk about at your bridge afternoons and your club luncheons? What would we have to remember and chuckle over in our old age if it were not for the delightful indiscretions of our youth? Now, according to the good little men who talk to you on Sundays, what I have been saying are sheer blasphemies. On the basis of what I've said to you this afternoon, the powers above should have no hesitation in destroying me, striking me down with a bolt of thunder. Let's see what we can do. Come on, you powers of light. I invite you to strike. Show your hand if you dare. I am willing to be sacrificed. Well, come on, don't keep these good people waiting. Strike now if you can.
There, Mr. Stone. Elliot was shot dead.
Incredible. But someone must have fired the shot.
Of course.
But I don't see there's much of a miracle.
You will in a minute. After Elliot's body fell to the floor, everyone jumped to their feet and there was chaos. But I did catch a glimpse of someone standing at the door at the back of the hall with a rifle in her hands.
Her hands?
Yes. A young girl who looked no more than 16 or 17, dressed in white.
But who is she?
That's it. We don't know. We call her Angela. She's lost her memory.
I bet.
Mr. Stone, this story is so extraordinary, so far from the run of everyday things that to tell it like this, just in cold blood, well, it would be far better if you came down to the hospital and heard it in her own words.
Okay, Doc. But don't forget the heavenly choir. I was skeptical. Sure I was, until I saw her. I'd expected some hatchet-faced little paranoiac who'd killed a guy because he wouldn't carry her books home from school. But when the door closed in that hospital room, and I saw that face on the pillow, I gasped. My heart skipped and my stomach turned like a pancake. Serene. That was the word for it. The fragile skin, white as a lily. The pale, misty blue eyes that were watching something of another world.
Dr. Lehman?
Angela, I've brought someone to see you. This is Mr. Randy Stone.
Hello.
Hi.
Angela, I want you to tell us again the story of what happened this afternoon. I'm sorry to have to ask you to go through it all again.
That's all right. I don't mind.
Sit down, Mr. Stone.
The first thing I saw was the tree. I looked up and I could see the sunlight coming through the branches. Then I sat up and I saw I was by a road. A red, dusty road.
The police have established the spot about half a mile out of town.
Then I noticed a rifle on the grass beside me. I picked it up, and it felt as if I was used to handling it. That was when I found out I didn't know my name, or who I was, or anything. But I didn't think about it long, because I heard the voices. They were whispering all about me. I looked round, and there was no one there. Then I heard them speak again. It seemed like even the wind and the trees were talking to me.
And what did these voices say?
They told me to stand up and walk along the road.
Taking the rifle with you?
I didn't even think about it. I just walked and walked. And they kept whispering to me, "You have been chosen. You have been chosen." When I came to the open door of the hall, the voices said, "A wicked people looks for a sign." And I knew what I had to do.
You'd never seen or heard of this man, Elliot, before.
No.
And yet you shot him in cold blood.
I had to.
Do you regret it now?
I don't know. I couldn't help it.
Mr. Stone, I think we'd better let Angela get some sleep.
Right.
Good night, Angela. I'll come and see you in the morning.
Good night.
Well, what do you make of it?
Nothing. Just, well, nothing. It's the most amazing thing I've ever heard of.
I tell you, Mr. Stone, that girl might well have stepped out of nowhere.
The next day, the news broke with a vengeance. The editors knew a good story when they heard one, and the headlines screamed, "Blasphemer struck down by divine wrath." Dr. Lehman headed a public investigation committee which decided, with a single exception, that the girl known as Angela was of sane mind, but that the law should take into consideration the fact that she believed herself divinely inspired when she killed Phineas Brigand Elliot. The single exception was the local schoolmistress. Photographs circulated throughout the country by the police and the press brought no identification. Only a flood of letters from lonely bachelors who wanted to marry her. I knew just what they meant.
Looks like we'll have to get a secretary to handle all these.
I'm sorry to put you to all this trouble.
Oh, nonsense. I'm only too pleased to help. So is Mr. Stone here. After all, his paper was the first to publish the story.
Yes. I read them this morning.
Hey, have you seen this one, Doc? From a television company. They want to know if they can have an interview with Angela after the trial.
Well, how would you feel about it?
I don't know. Whatever you say, Dr. Lehman.
Well, we'll see. Perhaps if it were handled delicately. You know, Angela, you've become a symbol of faith and hope for thousands of people.
I'm glad. The world needs faith. The voices told me that last night.
The voices?
They spoke to me again.
Who's in for it this time?
Randy, be quiet. Tell me, Angelo, what did the voices say?
They said that I would bring hope to the hearts of the people. That through me the world will know peace again. That all men will be as brothers.
I pray with all my heart that that is so. Randy, I think that's a message you might do well to print.
I certainly will, don't worry. Hey, Doc, this is a strange letter. What do you make of it?
On just the 2 words. That's pathetic, isn't it? I wonder what heartache and torment lay behind the writing of that.
Can I see?
Sure, here's the envelope, Angela. You ever heard of the place in the postmarked?
No. No, never.
And I knew she was lying. For the first time, I had seen those beautiful, innocent eyes filled with any sort of expression. And it was not what I expected. Had she looked wistful, pleased, or even frightened, I shouldn't have been surprised. But what I saw was a sudden flash of anger. The 2 words in the letter were, "Help me." I knew that if my hunch was right, I didn't have much time. The inquiry into Elliot's death was to take place the next day. I knew that with a feeling that was mounting every hour in the town, Angela would never be committed to trial. The postmark on the letter had read Stewart's Hill. It was about an hour's drive, and times must have changed since Mr. Stewart had been around. There were about a dozen houses sitting in a swamp, no hill. I made for the local store, a ramshackle building groaning on stilts that threatened to drop it in the swamp at any moment. Anyone alive?
All right. What you want, mister?
You got any sandwiches?
I reckon so.
Give me 2 ham and pickle.
Going to Marston?
What?
I said you're going to Marston. Had a lot of people going through today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making a lot of fuss over a little gal, if you're asking me. Ham's none too fresh, but maybe you won't notice with a pickle.
What do you make of this Angela business, Pop?
I reckon it's too early to say, son, one way or t'other.
You don't think she comes from Stewart's Hill by any chance?
I haven't seen no visions around these parts myself.
None of the girls around here disappeared suddenly?
Why you being so nosy, mister?
Oh, just curious. Wouldn't want to waste gas going all the way to Morriston just for a fake.
Guess you're right there. 2 ham and pickle. Want 'em wrapped?
Do you mind?
No trouble at all. Got a bit of brown paper here somewhere. Let me think now. Only one I haven't seen lately is little Emmy McGrath.
What does she look like?
Oh, pretty little thing. Short black hair, all done over in little curls. Dark skin. Out in the sun too much, I used to say.
And glasses.
Yeah, but used to be cross-eyed as a girl, she told me.
Where does she live?
T'other side of the swamp. Lives with her old ma. Haven't been here long, but they seem mighty nice folk.
How do I get there?
Hire my boat. Got it tied up on the back steps.
How much?
$1.50 an hour.
Come on, you're giving it away. I was nosedived by mosquitoes the size of helicopters and got to the other side of the swamp less 2 pints of blood. Emmy McGrath's cottage was modest, to say the least. I crept up to a window and saw her dear old ma was hard at work. She was busy putting a bottle of gin inside of her. I didn't know whether she'd hear or not, but I knocked.
Go away.
I've got to see you, Mrs. McGrath. It's urgent.
Oh, piece of one. Yeah. Who are you?
The name's Randy Stone, ma'am. Mind if I come in?
Nice looking fella.
I've got a message from Angela.
Oh, who's Angela?
Oh, you must have seen it in the papers. The girl who hears the voices.
Oh, what's she sending me messages for? She joined the Temperance League or something?
I've got $50 for you, in answer to your letter.
You'd better give it to me.
I thought we might be able to talk.
Who said anything about talking? You just give me the money. On, get it.
Hey, not so fast. I'm in on this deal.
What do you mean?
Well, Emmy said you'd give me the dough. I'm a newspaper man. I can give her plenty of publicity after the trial, and that's what she'll need if we're going to make any money out of this.
We?
Sure, I told you I was in on it.
What'll happen at this trial?
Oh, don't you worry about that. I doubt if there'll even be one.
She shouldn't ever have killed him. I told her just to wound him.
He was a heel anyway.
Cost us plenty. Cost us plenty back in New York. You want a drink?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Well, get yourself a cup.
Emmy said you'd tell me the whole story. We could hardly get a word together. Always somebody with her.
It was all her idea. It looks as if it'll come off, too. She read about that guy Elliot in the paper. She's an actress, you know. She was good, but the breaks just weren't coming. And then she figured out this plan. She even had her face altered by one of those plastic surgeons. That cost plenty. She said if it was worth doing, it was worth doing properly. Then we came down here and she let her hair grow.
The old boy at the shop said she had short, dark hair.
That was a wig. She used to tie around here up under and wear makeup and glasses. And we got the rifle, stripped all the numbers and thing off it. And the other night I drove her up and left her on the road. You know the rest.
Yeah.
She promised to send me some money right away, she said. But I waited and waited. Nothing came.
Well, Mrs. McGrath, I'd better be going. Thanks for the drink.
Yeah, you forgot the money.
Oh, yeah. Here.
I think you'd better make it 100, Mr. Stone.
Why?
Because I don't think I'll be seeing you again somehow. You got a good story, Mr. Stone. Just let's call the other $50 entertainment tax.
Hey, what is this?
I don't know whether you're on the level or not. Since you said you'd been asking questions over at the store, I doubt it. But let me tell you one thing, Mr. Stone. If you're planning on using what I've told you at Angela's trial, you got another thing coming. I'll deny everything.
And what made you think I'd turn stool pigeon?
I'm just warning you. This thing's been too well planned for anything to go wrong now. I need hardly tell you that Emmy McGrath's not a real name. And anyway, the real Emmy will be down here tonight. My other daughter, the one with the real dark hair and glasses.
You certainly planned it well.
We had to. One slip would have been fatal. Or another thing, Mr. Stone. Angela's become a national heroine. You try to discredit her, you'll be finished. No paper in town touch you. Now, what about that other $50?
What about the moon? And she's right, Doc. That's the terrible thing. There is nothing we can do about it.
I just can't believe it. That child.
That child that thousands have put their faith in is just about the most evil thing I've ever come across.
Have you been to the police?
Of course. They sent a man down to question the old girl.
And what happened?
Just like I said, she denied everything. There was the other Emmy there in her short, dark curls and her glasses just to prove it. They'd even told the cops I'd given her the $50 to keep her quiet because I was making up the story.
I must have been out of my mind, Randy. I tell you, I shan't rest until that girl is brought to justice. Oh, dear heaven, I should have known better. I should have known that there could be no such thing as a divinely inspired murder, no matter what the provocation.
Well, they had us all fooled, Doc. There's only one possible way we might be able to catch her.
How?
You haven't seen her yet, and she doesn't know that I've been down to see her mother?
No, I don't think so.
Then let's get down there quick, and bring your tape recorder. There was just the faintest chance that if Angela didn't know I'd been to Stewart's Hill, that I might be able to trip her up. And one trip in the tape machine was all we needed. We set the recording unit going outside her room at the prison hospital. And with the microphone held behind his back, Dr. Lehman went in and stood at the foot of the bed. I followed.
Oh, Doctor. I was wondering when you were coming to see me. Neither you nor Mr. Stone has been in all day.
Mr. Stone has been out on a job.
I read what you said about me in your column this morning. It was beautiful.
I hope you enjoy the next one just as well.
Tell me what you've been doing today.
I took a ride down to Stewart's Hill to see your mother.
Oh, Mr. Stone. You mean you found my mother? Then that means you know who I am.
We sure do.
Oh, thank heaven. At last I can know what my real name is. I'll be able to see my folks.
Your mother was in no fit condition to see anybody when I left. She was blind drunk.
You mean my mother drinks?
She looked like she invented it. Now listen, honey, let's stop the funny games. We know this whole thing is a fake. I know you used to be a bit actress in New York, probably doing before and after commercials on TV. I know you've had your face altered, and I know you killed Phineas Elliott in cold blood as a publicity stunt.
Oh, stop! You're not to say those terrible things. You know they're not true. Oh, doctor, make him stop.
They're true right enough, and you know it. And by this time tomorrow, the whole country will know that you're no more an angel of mercy than I am. I'm going to expose you for what you really are. A cheap, peroxided little tramp.
Mr. Stone, I don't understand why you're saying these things. I don't know what they mean. But I do know you're telling lies. And that's wrong. And I hope heaven will forgive you for it.
Okay. Okay, you win. We're just wasting our time and tape. Let's go, Doc. It looked like that little devil with the faraway blue eyes and the golden hair had us good and licked. I was beginning to think I'd seen the perfect murder. With public feeling riding as high as it was and every paper in the country behind her, I couldn't see how she could fail but be acquitted. But I was reckoning without one thing: fate. Dame Destiny put her best foot forward. I've got the evening edition here. The headlines are edged in black. They say, Angela is dead. Tragic accident on courtroom steps. The nation will be shocked and horrified to hear that when Angela reached the top of the great marble stairs of the courtroom, she suddenly faltered, fell backwards, rolling the entire length of the staircase. Her neck was broken. She died shortly afterwards in the Morrison Hospital without regaining consciousness. Well, I saw what really happened. It was a case of publicity killed the cat. Angela saw a barrage of press photographers being moved back on one side of the steps. She screwed around, shaking off the policeman's grip so they could get a good shot of her. She lost her balance. Zingo. There's a lot of talk in the paper about the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Some readers are going to be mad at me in the morning because I will have cheated them out of a miracle. But maybe there'll be some who'll believe the story and see that I've given them another miracle instead. I've just seen a little headline here. Will Angela be made a saint? That's where I come in. Copy, boy.
Nightbeat. Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber, presents Nightbeat.
And now, Goodyear Theatre brings you Nightbeat, and we hand over to Randy Stone.
Hi there. This is Randy Stone. I cover the Nightbeat for the Daily. Stories start in many different ways. This one began in the neon glare of a milk bar and ended in the shadow of the gallows. The night may be full of laughter, but it's also full of tears. Only you can't hear the tears. Not when they're deep in the hearts of a boy and girl searching for enchantment on the steps of a squalid tenement. Not when they're stilled forever in the breast of a pretty girl lying dead in an alleyway. These are my stories. Perhaps you wouldn't like to walk the streets of the darkened city looking for them as I do. But you like to read about them. Maybe for the sense of relief they give you because they didn't happen to you. It didn't take me long to find my story tonight. I walked that part of town where the milk bars are crowded with crew-cut youngsters in blue jeans and white T-shirts, and their sallies and sweaters. Ahead of me was Louis's milk bar, the capital of Bodgy land. The jukebox blared and the garish neon gave a gaudy false cheer. I could hear one voice raised over the others, a boy, 16, maybe 17. He was almost crying with anger as he offered to take on 6-7 taunting bodgies surrounding him.
Come on. Put him up and fight, you mugs. I'll take on the lot of you. I can take it on. Yeah, again, just like an old man.
They are properly shed us in the back like he did.
Oh, shut up, lousy tramps. Cop this!
The kid lit into the mob surrounding me. He was 1 against 7. But he knocked 2 of the toughs flat before one tackled and downed him from the rear. The other started kicking. Fat Louis, the milk bar proprietor, waddled from behind the bar.
Call it the cops! Somebody call it the cops! Stop it, the police! Oh! Oh, my eye! You broke my eye! Oh, my jukebox! Police!
The boy was down again, taking terrific punishment from 3 bodgies on top of him.
Hey, beat it, the cops!
Come on, let's get out of here!
All right.
Drag it up.
Officer, come here, Mr. Officer.
Stand back. Drag it up. Well, Randy, don't tell me you're going in for street fighting.
Hello, Murphy. No, it's a kid here.
I want you to arrest this boy. He hit my eye and just look at my beautiful jukebox. She's the best.
Here, give me a hand with the kid, Randy.
Okay.
Come on, son. Up you get.
Leave me alone. I can get up.
Now, let's not have any more trouble. What's your name?
I ain't talking. Flatfoot.
What's his name, Louis?
All I know is he's a curly. But you take him to jail quick. This is bad for the business.
The kid just stood there, bleeding, sullen.
Ah, here is the letter. It fell out of his pocket in the fight. His name is Brown. Brown something.
Brownell.
Give me that, you greasy wop.
The kid snatched the letter from Louis and ducked.
Here, come back here.
Wait, Murphy. Did you see the name on that letter? Robert Brownell, Jr.
Huh? You mean he's...
I think he's Robert Brownell's son. They were tormenting him about his father. You can't blame him for blowing his top.
What is it, huh?
Poor little beggar. They're hanging his old man tonight.
Leaving the milk bar with a promise to Louis to take care of the damage, I went looking for Curly. I crossed the street, headed towards a section of cheap rooming houses and dimly lit alleys. Slumped against the brick wall, his face buried in both his hands, misery in every line of his bruised body, was Curly. I went up the dark alley towards him. Curly.
Yeah?
How you feeling, son?
Beat.
You live around here?
Yeah. My dump's just up the street.
How about this? We stop at a chemist's, go up to your place, and I'll fix up your things.
Look, don't do me any more favours. Just beat it. I've got to be alone tonight.
You want to be alone, but maybe I don't. You see, I knew your father, Curly, when he wrote sports for the old Daily. Come midnight, I'm going to feel pretty bad, too.
You're a reporter?
Yes, but I'm not looking for a story that will do your father harm. He was a great guy. All except once in his life.
Great guy. He was a drunk and a no-oper. And he shot a guy just like they said. I hate him. I ain't going to cry at midnight. I'm going to laugh and laugh because he'll be dead.
Somehow I felt those words didn't ring true. Maybe he did hate his father. And maybe this was just his way of crying. We picked up some collodion at the chemist's, then, just down the street, Curly led me up the steps of a dreary-looking house.
We got to keep quiet. I don't want to see the landlady.
Curly shut the door noiselessly, and we slipped along the threadbare carpet. Suddenly, a door burst open.
Curly! Curly, that's you, Curly?
Yes, Mrs. Cole?
Well, you got my rent?
No, I get paid tomorrow. I'll have it for you at tea time.
Oh, and who's going to pay you, may I ask?
The milk bar where I work.
Listen, young man, I checked up on you. You was fired out of that job as soon as they found out who you were. They don't want no murderer's son selling ice cream to customers. It makes them nervy.
Shut up,
I warned you. If you didn't have the rent, out you'd go. I meant it. If you aren't out of here first thing in the morning, I'll have the police throw you out.
Charming little woman.
Yeah.
We climbed the creaking stairs. A gas ring, an ice box, 2 beds in a dingy room. One was fresh and undisturbed. The other bed looked like it hadn't been made for weeks. Curly sank down on the unmade bed. Thrown across it was a purple dressing gown trimmed in yellow, a prize fighter's robe. Do you do some fighting?
I do, and I can get the bouts.
The kid could make a fighter, all right. He was compact, hard, with movements like a dancer's. You doing any fighting now?
That chance I'd have with all that stuff in the papers about my old man. You heard Mrs. Cole say how they booted me out of my job at the milk bar.
People forget. But I knew the kid was right. People don't forget about murder. While the kid went out to take a shower, I looked around the room. On a table in the corner was a stack of letters addressed to Robert Brownell, Sr., care of the prison. They had all been returned to Curly, unopened. The kid came back, got into fresh clothes. I started work on the lacerations on his square, rugged face. An idea began to form in the back of my head.
What time is it?
Just after 10.
2 more hours.
2 hours. How does your eye feel now?
Fine. Look, you go now if you want to. I'm okay. I've got to get out of here and get some money.
Oh.
There are ways.
Like sticking up a milk bar, like bashing and rolling somebody in the park?
That's 2 ways. Maybe I'll lock the radio. I've done it before. But I got to hear the news tonight.
Look, Curly, do you mind talking about your father? How does he seem?
I ain't seen him.
You haven't gone to see him?
I went. Every day for weeks and weeks. He wouldn't see me. He even sent back my letters unopened. Even the cigarettes I bought and mailed came back.
That hurt, didn't it, Curly?
No! He don't care nothing about me. Well, I don't care anything about him. I used to think he liked me. He'd go with me to train. Sometimes get in the ring with me. He was that proud the first time I licked him. Oh, I just imagined he was proud of me. He didn't really care a hang. He didn't care a darn.
He sat motionless, his eyes blank. I knew where his mind was. Out there in that cell where his father waited. Why do you think your father wouldn't see you, Curly?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I did something or said something or what. I just wanted to help him, be with him as much as I could before... Now tonight they're going to hang him. And I never even got to say goodbye.
All at once he was crying. He rolled over on his face on the bed. Look, Curly, if I could arrange it, would you like to see your father? He sat bolt up on the bed.
If I could just have a minute with him to say goodbye.
Right. You stay here. I'll be right back. Now keep your mind off your father as much as you can. Here, I'll turn on the radio. I'll beat it down the street and call Warden Thomas. I'll make this short and snappy, Warden Thomas. I know you're busy out there tonight. It's about Brownell. He's got a son, 16 or 17. He's never seen his son since he gave himself up, even returns his letters unopened.
I know all that, Randy.
Well, I've been with the kid all evening. He's more than just cut up, believe me. He's at the crossroads of his life. Brownell can save his son, or condemn him to a life that may end like his own. I've got to talk to him.
Randy, I can't let you talk to Brownell tonight. Why, according to the law, his execution must take place as soon after midnight as it can be done.
If you need an okay from the governor, my editor can get it. After all, the Daily just about put him in office.
No, I've got the authority to do it. It's just that... Oh, all right, Stone. If you give me your word that it may keep the kid from ending up here, I'll let you see Brown. But get out here fast.
Thanks, Warden. We'll be right out. There's no chance of the execution being earlier.
Not a chance in the world.
Back at the house, Blasey Mrs. Cole came to answer my ring.
Yeah, what do you want? Oh, it's you. I hear they just hung him.
What?
Curly's father. They just hung him. Come over the radio.
It's not true. I just talked to the warden.
Well, the radio said...
The radio said... The kid, I've got to get to him, quick.
Well, there's no need to knock me down.
The door to Curly's room was locked. I knocked hard. Curly! Curly, open the door! There was no sound. Suddenly, I became aware of a smell. I knelt, sniffed under the crack of the door. Gas! Curly! Curly, can you hear? I drew back, threw all my weight against the door. There on the floor lay Curly. The gas ring hissed like a snake. I turned it off, kicked out a window. I picked the kid up in my arms and carried him into the hall. A note flooded from his chest. I called to Mrs. Cole to get a doctor, then I began working on the kid, slapping his face, calling him. Curly! Curly! Curly, can you hear me? He's not dead. The radio report was wrong. I know he's not dead. I just talked to the warden. And Curly, there's every chance in the world now that you'll get to see your father. To say goodbye. Before the doctor arrived, the kid came to. Mrs. Cole and I got him downstairs and out into the open air. He was dazed, had a terrific headache, but he was all right. His first question, after I'd explained that the radio report was an error, was about the time. 10:30. An hour and a half, and Curly's father would hang by the neck until dead. We didn't wait for the doctor. There wasn't a second to lose. I hailed a cab and we went to the prison. I talked to the warden and asked to see his father alone.
The other press boys are going to be pretty sore about this, Randy. You've got to be careful about what you write. I try to get everybody an equal chance on news breaks.
The news angle is secondary, Warden. It's the kid. What did Brownell say?
He doesn't want to see the boy. But I convinced him, and it took some talking, that he ought to hear what you have to say about the kid. I'm having Brownell brought in here.
Still won't say who the man was he killed or why he killed him?
Not a word. And he doesn't intend to either.
Well, the police have certainly had no luck identifying the man he killed.
Well, there's nothing to go on. Brownell confessed he just walked into a hotel room and shot a man with no luggage, registered under the name of Smith. When Brownell was good and certain he was dead, he called the police and pleaded guilty to murder in the first degree.
There was no chance he wasn't guilty, that he was protecting someone else?
He has confessed that he's guilty, that he killed a man. Well, you might as well go in and see him and get it over.
Warden Thomas pressed a button on his desk, sat back in his chair, reflectively smoking a long, thin cigar. The jailer came in. Thomas gave instructions for Brownell to be brought to him. Without talking, we waited 3-4 minutes. Brownell came into the room. If he was worried about what was to happen to him in less than an hour, he surely gave no sign. Thomas offered him a cigarette, told him to sit down. Then the warden walked over to the window and stared out through the bars at the rain, which had begun to fall. He managed to give the impression he was not there without leaving the room. You know why I've come, Brownell?
The warden said it was about Curly.
I found him tonight knocking the tar out of 7 bodgies who made a crack about you.
Huh?
They about killed him. I took him home, fixed him up.
Thanks, Stone.
He's broke, Brownell. Been fired because they found out he's your son. Now he's being kicked out of your room for not paying the rent. What's to become of your son, Mr. Brownell?
17. Strong and he's smart. You can't starve to death in this country.
You can if they won't give you a job because your father's a murderer.
Is that the way it is?
That's the way it is. Oh, he'll get money, all right. He'll go hungry for a few days, sleep in the park. Then he'll develop a good, healthy hatred for society. He'll hold up a petrol station or bash an old lady and steal a purse, and he'll end up here. A second-generation graduate from Warden Thomas's school for naughty boys.
I don't want that.
You could have fooled me. You've acted like that was exactly what you wanted.
Well, what is it you have to suggest?
I suggest you leave your son a packet of dough.
I haven't a cracker, Stone. Even my insurance doesn't cover death from a necktie.
The Daily will pay Curly plenty. For your story of the man you killed.
No.
You've got an hour. I'll take your story down in shorthand, print it exactly as you want it.
No, Stone.
Listen to me, Brownell. Your son can fight, I've seen. But he can never fight in this country. Not in the shadow of his father swinging from a gallows.
Shut up, Stone.
With the money you can leave him, he can get out of the country, go abroad, change his name, and he can train there. By the time he's old enough for the big time, nobody will ever associate him with the embryonic little tough who disappeared the day after his father was hanged.
You think Curly can fight?
You're one of the best sportsmen in the country. What do you think?
I know he can fight.
Well, then, send him to fight in a country where he won't have your name to live down.
Stone, I will not tell you or anyone else why I killed that man. But this I will say. He deserved to be killed. He wasn't fit to live. It was my duty to kill him, and I did it. Deliberately, intentionally, carefully. I knew what I was doing, and I haven't any excuse. At least I haven't any excuse that satisfies the law. And I'm going to pay for it. That's all there is to it. And I will not write about it for your newspaper, even to save my son.
Okay, if that's the way you want it.
Hardly the way I want it. It's the way it has to be.
Well, at least see him. Let him say goodbye. Maybe you know some words that will straighten him out. I don't.
I didn't think about how he'd have to suffer merely for bearing my name. There is perhaps something I can do about that.
You'll see, Curly? Brownell nodded without speaking. Warden Thomas had already gone to the door and was speaking to the guard outside.
Has the boy been searched? Yes, sir. Now you can bring him in.
Brownell sat in silence, staring at the floor.
Hello, son.
Hello, Pop.
Here, Curly, take my chair.
I'll just stand, thanks.
I moved over to the window and stood beside the warden. The kid couldn't look at his father. He just stood before him, clenching and unclenching his fists with their scarred knuckles. When Brownell spoke, there was a new huskiness to his voice. Suddenly I realized how deeply moved he was, and just how much control and guts he had.
John. Sit down, Curly. I see you've been in a fight.
Yeah.
Did you win?
Well, they ran away.
I hear you were fighting about me. What did they say?
Nothing much. Just something, something I didn't like.
They said you were a murderous son. Didn't they, Curly? Didn't they?
Yeah.
Going to beat up everybody who ever says that?
I'm going to kill anybody who ever says anything bad about you. Oh, Pop. Why wouldn't you see me? Why'd you send the letters back?
Curly, I wanted to be dead to you the minute I gave myself up. I wanted you to hate me. Better that than think me a martyr and want to copy me.
I could never hate you. I'm your son, and I ain't ashamed. I ain't ashamed.
But you're not my son, Curly.
Hey?
Now listen to me carefully, and don't interrupt, Curly. There isn't much more time. You're not my son. Your mother, that is your stepmother, I took you when you were 8 weeks old. Your real mother died when you were born, and your father, he went away. In fact, he's dead too now. He died in New Guinea during the war. It's one of those funny coincidences. I ran into him up there the very day he died. I saw it happen. We were at an advance post, and all of a sudden the Japs broke loose with everything they had in the way of long-range artillery. Well, we dived for a jeep, see? Only one man got hit. Your father went back to get him, picked him up and carried him 10 yards through bursting shells. And just before they reached cover, the biggest of the lot exploded square in front of them. There's nothing left of either of them, not even an identification tag. If an officer had seen it, there'd have been a decoration for you to keep. Like so much, it went unnoticed.
My real father died in New Guinea?
If you don't believe me, why, just write to the War Department. I'll tell you your father was missing in action in New Guinea. So now, you see, Curly, there's no need for you to fight anybody for what they say about me. Your father didn't die a murderer. He died a hero, defending our country.
I can't think. I can't understand. You're the only Pop I know. You're the only father I want.
Oh, look, I think that in view of what's going to happen in just about half an hour, that it'd be better for you to take your real name. It's a good one.
What is it?
Richard Bradford, Jr. Only you don't need the junior now that your father's dead. I don't have any birth certificate for you, or even any adoption papers, for it was never done legally. But Randy can use this story in his column, and everybody will know. You keep the paper and you show it to anyone who says you're a murderer's son. It'll be right there in the newspaper. And you know how people believe what they read. You'll do that, won't you, Randy?
I'll have to verify your story with the War Department.
You'll find that a man named Richard Bradford really was missing in action in New Guinea.
And how do I know he was Curly's father?
You don't. You print my statement. Make it my story, not yours.
I'll do it.
And you'll help Curly get some fights?
I'm sure I can do that. And I think when I talk to the editor, I can get Curly a job in the stockroom at the paper, starting even tonight.
Now I think you'd better go. Only a few more minutes. I kind of think I'd like to spend them alone.
All right, Pop.
Not Pop. No, never, never as long as you live, think of me as Pop. Just Just call me Bob.
Goodbye, Bob.
Goodbye, Richard.
"2 a.m., deadline time. I've got to finish my piece and pop it into the slot. Robert Brownell paid the price for murder at 7 minutes past 12 tonight. He paid it, and he wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid because he figured when he faced God, that fellow he killed would be there too. And when God heard the whole story and both sides of it, which we never heard and never will, well, I guess Brownell was willing to take his chances along with the other fellow. We were in the back of the cab at 7 minutes past 12. Curly, or Richard, huddled in his corner and cried. Cried for the last time like a little boy. You can't live through what he has tonight and not become a man. Right now, he's at work downstairs in the stockroom. His heart is aching and so is his back, but by morning he'll be so sick and tired he'll sleep. What of the man named Richard Bradford Sr.? Was he really Curly's father? Or was Brownell lying to give his son a new name? I don't know. According to the War Department, a man by that name was missing in action in New Guinea. And according to human nature, dying men don't lie. Without very good reason. Copy, boy.
Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber, presents Nightbeat.
And now, Goodyear Theatre brings you Nightbeat, and we hand over to Randy Stone.
Hi there, this is Randy Stone. I cover the Nightbeat for the Daily. Stories start in many different ways. This one began in a swimming pool, and it's my firm belief that it will end there. I just walked in off the street, leaving my footprints forever seared in the concrete. The city room was a full degree cooler and 20% darker. By the time my eyes adjusted, I could see Gil Lovett, the sports editor, reading the final edition at his desk. No one else was around. Well, it figured. It was 6 in the evening. The day side of the staff had gone home to a cool drink.
Oh, hi, Randy.
Hi, Gil.
You didn't happen to read my column today, did you?
You read mine?
Well, no, but...
It's a standoff. Why, what's with your column?
Crazy story I got mixed up in. Wait a minute, I'll read it to you. It's down here at the bottom. Maybe you can figure an angle on it. It beats me. Well, that's funny. The last item of the column, it isn't here.
Well, it's been hot, Gil. Maybe you imagined it.
No, wait a minute. I saw the proof on it about noon today. It was in then. Something's goofy.
Yeah, sounds like. Oh, hiya, Dutch. Through for the day, huh?
All through, Mr. Stone. Good night.
Good night, Dutch.
Hey, wait a minute, Dutch. You haven't anything to do with this.
Good night, Mr. Lovett.
I said to hold it.
Don't bark your orders at me.
I'll bark plenty. You yanked that story out of my column, didn't you? After I saw the proof, you pulled that item out, didn't you?
I told you not to print it, Mr. Lovett.
And I told you it was none of your business. You stick to your composing room job. I'll handle the sports side.
Then watch how you handle it. What you print.
Why, you crazy old fool, I'll break your neck.
Take it easy, Gil.
I warned you. You wouldn't listen. So I did the only thing I could, and I'll do it again if I have to.
Oh, no, you won't. Not after I finish with you. You won't.
Don't frighten me, you brave young man.
Dutch, put that paperweight down.
Put it down on his head.
Dutch!
Mr. Stone,
You caught my arm.
Stay out of this, Randy. I'll handle him.
Let him alone. Now, come on, both of you. Break it up. I don't know what the beef is, but this won't settle it.
What the prince, it is very wrong.
Ah, you're cockeyed.
Innocent people can be hurt by it. You will do no good and very much harm.
Okay. You better go on home, Dutch.
I'll go home, Mr. Stone. But you should not interfere. Sometimes it is very dangerous to interfere.
Yeah. Good night, Dutch.
Don't do it again, Mr. Stone.
Okay, Gil, what's it all about?
That guy would have killed me. You know that?
Yeah, he was pretty sore. I'd never seen him like that.
Yeah. The devil of it is, I like old Dutch. But he's way off base pulling a story out of my column.
What is this story?
Well, there's this kid, you see. I still don't figure Dutch in it anywhere, but...
Point killer. Whose phone is that?
Mine. Wait, will you? I want you in on this. Sports desk. Love it. Oh, yeah, Denny. He's there now. Alone? Yeah, you bet I will. Thanks. I'll be right over. I'll be darned.
Okay, so there's this kid. Now, what about him?
That call. I'll do better than tell you about it. I'll show you about it. Come on.
It was Gil's story. I figured I'd let him tell it in his own way. But I kept thinking about old Dutch Hilbrand. He'd been a mainstay in the composing room for years. A lovable old guy. Now, what made him heave the paperweight at Gil? How could an item in a sports column drive him to it? 10 minutes later, we'd parked the car and entered a swimming stadium where the regional Olympic trials had been held. The stadium itself was empty. And the pool was empty, too, except for a kid in blue trunks up by the diving board. He looked to be maybe 15 years old, and he was going through some limbering up exercises. Gil motioned me into a first-row seat, shoved a stopwatch into my hand.
Here, you'll want this.
Will I?
When that kid down there starts his swim, start your watch. I'll keep one on him, too.
Sure, why not? If it proves something.
It will.
Who tipped you he was here?
Denny Carnes, a swimming coach at the stadium. Hey, the kid's about ready now. Watch it.
Is this the story?
This is part of it.
I don't know much about championship swimming. I didn't have to. See that this kid was cutting that water fast with a powerful stroke. I kept my eyes on him, except to notice that Gil watched only the stopwatch he held in his hand.
That's it. Clock it. I got 56 seconds flat. How about you, Randy?
56 flat. What distance was that?
100 meters. And that 56 flat is a full second and 3/10 off the Olympic record. He's bet at that once, too. He had 54.5 a few weeks back.
Well, who is the kid? And if he's so good, why hasn't he hit the headlines?
His name's Pete. But that's all I know. No last name. He's never with any kids his age or anyone.
How'd he do in the Olympic trials?
He wouldn't even enter them. He could have beat out the best of them. He was a cinch for the team, but he wouldn't try out.
Well, maybe he doesn't like competition. Maybe he just likes to swim.
He's competed in some pickup competitions here. That's how Denny got a line on him in the first place. He showed up for the Olympic trials, too. But all he'd do was sit here in the stadium and watch. No, Randy. Something else kept him from entering the trial. I'm convinced he wanted a spot on the Olympic team more than anything.
This is the story that you printed, the one Dutch pulled from the column?
This is it.
Well, I don't get it. What's Dutch's connection with this Pete kid?
I don't know. He won't talk about the kid even. All he'll say is that printing the story will hurt innocent people.
You ever asked the kid about Dutch?
No, but I've asked him a lot of things. He won't talk either.
Well, let's ask him about Dutch. See what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah, he is. I always have the feeling that he'd like to make friends. But something keeps him from that, too.
You think he'll stop swimming long enough to talk?
Don't plan on anything. Hey, Pete!
Huh? Oh, Mr. Lovett. Hello.
Hi. Like to have you meet a friend of mine, Pete. This is Randy Stone.
Hello. Hiya, Pete. I just watched you swim. You look great.
Oh, thanks. How was the time, or did you notice?
56 flat.
Oh, that's not bad, I guess.
A lot of guys at the Olympic team didn't do so well.
Well, I'm glad you liked it, Mr. Stone.
Pete, I wonder if you happen to know a friend of mine who works in the Daily, Dutch Hilbrand.
I don't know anybody.
You sure you don't know Dutch? He's a fine old guy.
No, I don't know him. Look, leave me alone, will you? Just please leave me alone.
Hey, wait a minute, Pete. We want to help you.
Well, you going to leave him alone or swim after him?
Ah, the devil with him.
Gil and I headed back to the Daily. He was doing a real slow burn act. We were both doing a lot of thinking. I'd never heard of an American kid, or any other kind of kid for that matter, who would pass up a chance to go to the Olympics. There had to be a good reason. And whatever the reason was, it had something to do with old Dutch Hilbrand. Why would the old man care? What was it to him?
I think I'll go up to the office with you. Call Farley.
What can Farley do about it?
He can fire him.
Oh, now, hold it a minute. You don't want to get Dutch fired. He's a sweet guy, and he's old.
Sure, he's great. But he can't go pulling stuff out of my column and get by with it, that's all. You let a thing like that get out of hand, he'll start yanking out any story he decides to. That's not his job.
Look, Gil, you're burned up, and I don't blame you. And you're right. Old Dutch hasn't got any business doing what he did. It isn't also like him to do that. That was a pretty desperate thing to do. It'd have to be. Dutch is too good a newspaper man to pull a stunt like that unless he was desperate.
What do you want me to do? Forget it?
No, of course not. But why don't I go to Dutch right now, talk to him about it? Maybe he'll talk to me.
He told you to stay out of it.
I know, but I don't believe him.
Suppose he won't talk to you.
You can go to Farley or do whatever you want to do about it. I'll call you at home as soon as I know anything. As far as I knew, Dutch Hilbrand lived at the same address ever since he'd come to the Daily. I'd played poker out there a couple of times when Mama Dutch was living. I didn't see him often now, but I knew what kind of a guy Dutch was. He wasn't a violent guy by nature, and if he risked his job and the chance of ever getting another newspaper job, there was something pretty big behind it. I knocked a long time before anyone answered.
Yes? What is it?
I'm looking for Dutch Hilbrand. Is he home?
But who are you, may I ask?
Randy Stone. I'm a friend of his. Who are you?
It doesn't matter. Dutch is not here.
Oh, he isn't, huh? You know, you look a lot like a youngster I saw a while ago, a boy about 15. His name was Pete.
Dutch is not here. I don't know where he is or when to expect him.
Oh. Well, he'll probably come home sometime. I think I'll wait for him, if you don't mind.
Well, but he may be quite late. I don't know any reason for you to wait for him.
It's a pretty important reason. Important to Dutch, or I wouldn't wait.
You say you are a friend of his?
I wouldn't be here if I weren't.
This important reason you have for seeing him, you wouldn't tell me this.
I could tell Dutch, that's all.
I see. Well, I don't know...
Let him in, Abby.
Papa.
It's all right, Abby. I'll talk to Mr. Stone.
You're sure, Papa?
Don't worry, Abby. Come in, Mr. Stone.
Thanks, Dutch.
You will sit down. Make yourself at home. I will be with you in a moment.
Sure, swell, Dutch.
Come along, Abby.
Dutch and Abby disappeared through the far door. I could hear low tones of conversation at the back of the house. I couldn't understand any of the words, just the urgency in them. I looked around Dutch's living room. It was ordinary, neat, in the Grand Rapids tradition. The only key to Dutch's character were the books in the shelves. Row after row of the great books of the world. And Dutch had read them, too, I know that. There were other books there, too. Just a few of them that didn't seem to belong. Books on swimming. Championship swimming. I reached for the nearest one on training and techniques. As I opened it, something metallic fell to the floor. I reached down, picked it up. It was a gold medal. The inscription on it read, 11th Olympiad, Berlin, Germany, first place, special sprint swim, women's division.
You have found something interesting, have you, Mr. Stone?
Well, yes, Dutch, I guess I have. I had to turn around to see Dutch. His face was white and tense. He himself was trembling. But the gun he held on me was steady.
I would not like to, Mr. Stone. But if I have to, I will kill you.
I've looked down the wrong end of an automatic a few times in my life, but I've never made a complete adjustment to it. Dutch's voice was quiet, but everything choked up behind it in a kind of controlled desperation. At that moment, if I'd made any kind of a move, I was a cinch for a chest full of lead.
You should not have found that medal, Mr. Stone. You should not have come here in the first place. I warned you not to interfere.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yours is a very serious one. You must see that.
I don't see anything except that automatic in my face. I came here for one reason, to tell you that you'd better make your peace with Gill about pulling that story from his column. If he goes to Farley about it, it'll probably cost you your job.
And coming here, Mr. Stone, stumbling into the middle of this, will probably cost you your life.
Why, Dutch? Why do you have to kill me? Why did you want to kill Gill?
It's gone too far. I can't be responsible for what happens now.
But, Dutch, this is crazy. What's wrong with me knowing about the Olympic medal? Who is this kid, Pete? What's he to you? And what's wrong with Gill printing a story about a kid who refused to try out for the Olympic Games?
This story can do no good. Only great harm.
You said that. That's all you've said.
That's all I have to say, Mr. Stone.
You don't care about losing your job? That isn't important.
It's worth it.
But this kind of a thing spreads in the newspaper business, Dutch. No other paper would hire you if Farley sacks you.
That also is not important, Mr.
Well, how about
Stone?
me? I'm not important either?
Don't you see I can't help what happens to you now? I don't want to. I would not wish to have it this way. You, a friend. But some things are bigger than friends.
And sometimes, when you're in trouble, friends can help, Dutch.
There is nothing you can do.
Okay. So I can't help you. I can't help, so you've got to kill me. Oh, Dutch, it doesn't make sense. Whatever's wrong, no matter what the trouble is, killing me isn't going to lighten your load.
I don't want to kill you, Mr. Stone.
I don't want you to.
But Gill, Mr. Lovett...
Well, let me think a while, Dutch. Let me talk to Gill. Maybe somehow he'll forget the whole thing.
If I could be sure he would...
I can't promise anything, Dutch. Just let me think and let me talk to him.
Just you go now. Just go, Mr. Stone. And forget all you can.
I called Gill, told him to meet me at the Daily. I couldn't forget much about old Dutch Hillebrand. I didn't know much. But I couldn't forget that something desperate drove him to threaten to kill me. The woman, Abby, and Pete, the kid who looked like her, were still unknown quantities. I told Gill about the Olympic gold medal.
You're sure it was the Berlin Olympics, Randy?
Yeah, the medal was for first place in the special sprint swim women's division.
Well, we can check that, all right. Yeah. Here's the Olympic section. Track and field, men's. Track and field, women. Here's swimming. Men's division. Women's divisions. 100 meter, 400 meters. Here it is. Special sprint swim. First place, Abby Hillebrand, Holland.
That's it. Dutch called her Abby. She must be his daughter.
How about Pete, then?
Abby's son, maybe. They look a lot alike. Now, come on, let's check the files. There ought to be something on her if she won an Olympic title.
It's worth a try.
Hillburn, Hillard, Hillebrand. Yeah, Hillebrand Abbey, here it is. Won gold medal in Berlin Olympics. Age of 19. Gave up brilliant swimming career to marry Karl Kopek, a Czechoslovakian official at that time attached to the Czech embassy in Amsterdam. A year later, gave birth to a son, Peter Kopek. Resides in Prague, Czechoslovakia.
So, Pete's her son. No wonder he's a swimming fool. He probably cut his teeth on her Olympic medal. Still, you'd think he'd want one of his own.
He probably does, only he can't. It must have something to do with Abby. Or her husband. Carl Kopek. Kopek, I've heard that name.
He's probably in the file, too.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, here it is. Kopek, Carl, official in the Ministry of Information, Prague, Czechoslovakia. Winner of Stalin Medal for promoting Soviet friendship throughout Czechoslovakia.
Nice fella.
Yeah.
So Pete couldn't compete for the American Olympic team because he isn't an American.
I wish that's all there was to the story.
What do you mean?
Well, Dutch didn't threaten to kill me because Pete's just an alien. He's the son of a Red official. The good chance is that Pete and Abby are in the country illegally. Now, if it isn't that or something close to it, why all the secrecy and why the panic at being discovered?
Hey, you're right. What do we do now?
Yeah, we got a great choice. We can sit in the information if our insides will stand it, or we can call Reynolds at the FBI and let him take it from there.
What about Dutch?
That's the part that hurts. That's what I don't know. We kicked it around, Gil and I, the pros and the cons, such facts we knew as against our friendship for Dutch. I guess there aren't any easy decisions in a deal like that. But there is something called duty that's got to go ahead of personal sympathy. Reynolds was a good guy and a smart one. I had to know more than I did. Had to be sure.
Sure, we know about her. Abby Hilbrand Kopek. She and her son Peter made an illegal entry into the country several years ago. Probably through Mexico. We're not certain on that. She works in bakeries in various places, under various names. When we move in, she moves out.
Well, how does she travel?
The last time she rented a car and abandoned it.
If you caught up with her, have you got any beef with her except the illegal entry?
We don't need a lot more than that. Now, we'd like to talk to her. She's Carl Kopek's wife.
Yeah, I know. You'd probably deport her, huh? Her and the kid?
Well, that'd depend. The immigration authorities would have to hear her case. Now, she'd be given a chance to talk. We don't railroad them. Depends on the merit of each individual case.
Uh-huh. Well, look, Reynolds, I can give you a line on her, but first I want to fill you in on some things. I filled Reynolds in on the whole story, everything I knew about it, that is. Gil checked out of it, went home. Not long after that, I met Reynolds in front of Dutch's house. I didn't want to be a part of it, and I didn't want not to be.
I've been here a while now. There's not a light in the place. I think they beat it. Even from the outside, you can tell when a house is empty.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Dutch doesn't have a car. And if they're really running, I doubt if they'd trust friends or public transportation. I wonder, you don't suppose she'd try that car rental deal again?
Well, it worked for her last time.
There's a car rental agency a few blocks away from here.
Let's go.
Reynolds, running away like this, it doesn't look good for them, does it?
No, Stone. No, it doesn't look good.
Well, there was three of them. An old guy, a younger kid, and a dame. A name they gave me wasn't Hildebrand, though.
No, it wouldn't be.
No, it's, say here it is, Harris. That's what the old man signed. He talked different, though, a little accent or something.
Yeah, that's Dutch. How long have they been gone?
Well, I left the office maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes ago. The garage is in the back. I can check them. Hasn't been long, though.
Long enough to get lost, Reynolds.
They didn't say where they were going by any chance, huh?
Well, no, they just wanted to rent a car for the weekend, they said. Yeah, let me check in the back of the garage. Hey, say, they're still here in the car. Len's changing a tire for them.
Let's go, Reynolds. Okay, Dutch. This is it.
Mr. Stone, you...
This is Mr. Reynolds, Dutch. He's with the FBI.
No, not now. Abby, Peter, you must go. Quickly, you run.
No one's going to run this time, Dutch. You all right, Mrs. Kopek?
He is right, Papa. We don't run this time.
It was a beaten little crew that trooped into Reynolds' office 10 minutes later. A scared kid, a broken old man, a young woman who'd been running too long, and a reporter who didn't feel much like a hero.
What will happen to my son?
Well, that depends on you, Mrs. Kopek.
I want to tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth.
That's all I'm asking for. Do you deny that you made an illegal entry into this country?
I do not deny it.
Uh-huh. You're Karl Kopek's wife, are you not?
I am his wife. You know of Karl.
We know he's a communist official in Czechoslovakia.
Ah, but before that, do you know Karl Kopek? Because before he became devoted to the cause of Stalin, he was as devoted to the cause of Hitler. If you know those things of Karl, you know more than I knew when I married him, more than I dreamed when our son was born.
But you are his wife. You're still married to him?
Legally, I suppose. When I discovered that I had married a Nazi, I took my son, a baby then, and fled. Oh, many times I fled. But each time my Karl and his friends would find me, bring me back. It was not pleasant, the punishment for running away.
So you stayed, huh?
For fear of reprisal against my son, I stayed. The underground began to consider me a very bad risk. Then the war was over, and the fear was gone. For a time. But my Karl was not such a dedicated man as he was an opportunist. He became a communist.
And he started running again?
Running, walking, crawling. It took time. A very long time. But finally, Peter and I reached America. To identify myself at your ports meant certain recognition. And certain reprisals against my son. For Karl or someone would find us. And I knew because of Karl that once your authorities discovered us, we would be deported back to him. For myself, I am willing to go back.
You want to go back to him?
I said I am willing. I can handle fear and torture. If only I know my son will never have to know it. Send me back if you must. But, Peter, will you deport him back to fear and torture? Perhaps death? Can he not know your freedoms? Must he be lost?
And what's the end of the story? Well, Reynolds has assured Abby that her story and Pete's will be given a fair hearing. And once the immigration people have heard it and investigated, Abby has the right of petition. And if their case has the merit it seems to have, she and Pete can one day become citizens, without fear of reprisal. Pete's young. He may make the Olympic swimming team yet. Copy, boy.
Goodyear, the greatest name in rubber, presents Nightbeat.
And now, Goodyear Theatre brings you Nightbeat, and we hand over to Randy Stone.
Hi there. This is Randy Stone. I cover the Nightbeat for the Daily. Stories start in many different ways. This one began with a glass of milk and ended with a pool of blood. It was a long, beautiful, sparkling bar with gay, exquisitely gowned women, smoothly dressed men about town, and naturally quantities of swell-looking, swell-smelling alcoholic drinks. But was I supping any of the lovely nectar? A glass of milk sat up prim and untouched before me, which, again, naturally wasn't my idea, but when you've got a blind date with a girl, you've got to have a sign, a means of recognition, which was why the milk. Signs and blind dates go together like dimples and a snub nose. Through the chest-high, barroom-style swinging doors, a long-legged blonde came swishing. She paused, looked the length of the bar, saw the glass of milk, came towards me, smiling.
You must be Randy Stone.
I wouldn't be sitting here drinking milk if I wasn't. So you're Rita Spranger?
Yes. I thought that this way I couldn't possibly miss you. You didn't mind.
Oh, no, I love sipping milk in a bar. So you're the last that's going to give me the necessary information to blow Benny the Ringer's gambling syndicate sky high, eh?
Mm-hmm. Shall we go?
Go?
Home.
Home?
My apartment. You don't mind? I don't feel disposed to talk here. Okay, Randy?
Okay, sure, okay. We grabbed a cab, went home. And home was lush tapestry and silver candlesticks and lots of ivory. Home was like visiting a Fifth Avenue story that catered for no one but millionaires. I waded through the dark green carpet, spread out luxuriously in the chair she indicated. We sipped highballs, smiled at one another. Finally, Rita Spranger said,
You're as you described yourself. Maybe a lot better looking, but the essential details were included.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Another drink, Randy?
Sure. After that milk, I'm right in the mood. She walked across the room, rang room service, and we went back to smiling at one another politely. After an age, a little old guy appeared, dressed in shabby black, bearing the highballs like they were the national flags.
Over here, please, in front of Mr. Stone, waiter. Thanks.
Yes, madam. Anything else, madam?
Not just now, thanks.
Yes, madam.
How old is that waiter?
He's been with the hotel over 40 years. They look upon him as their good luck charm.
Now, about Benny the Ringer. You have a lot of information, stuff that you can prove?
Well, I've decided no about that.
Yeah, but you told me that...
Well, to be frank, you haven't come up to my expectations. Well, this story is so big, I just can't afford to take a chance on it. I'm sorry. I have to feel sure of the reporter that handles it.
Okay, so I didn't fit the bill. Anyway, thanks for the drinks, Miss Spranger.
I really am sorry to have inconvenienced you, Randy.
Forget it. See you around. Well, that's the way it happens sometimes. Somebody who wants to give you information changes their mind. I got out of there, went over to the office, worked on some kind of a story, then went home to bed. Sleep swirled in on me, soft and black and pleasant. And then sound suddenly crystallized into a hideous persistency. Someone had dug his finger into the hole around my doorbell, letting it bleat endlessly like an all-night disc jockey session. All right, I'm coming. I worked my eyes open, groped my way downstairs. Took a fast look at the hall clock. It lacked but 5 minutes to make it 6 a.m. Oh, no. Cops at this hour. It shouldn't happen to a dog.
Hello, Randy. Wake up, fella?
What do you think? I thought we were buddies. Lieutenant Pete Bowman, the newspaper man's friend.
Let us in, huh? This isn't the sort of conversation I want your neighbors to get an earful of. Well, by the way, this is Sergeant Kelly, Randy Stone.
How do you do?
Hi.
Well, my guess is, Lieutenant, that you want to see me about something, or am I being psychic?
You better forget the wisecracks, Randy. The subject is murder.
Eh?
A little matter of a murdered blonde, one Rita Spranger. You knew her, I believe.
Oh, yeah, sure. Briefly, that is.
Saw her only last night, we're told, Randy.
Early evening, she asked me to meet her at a bar.
The Flamingo Bar?
That's right, Sergeant.
Who got there first? You or Rita Spranger?
Well, I did. I drank a couple of glasses of milk while I waited.
Milk?
Yes, milk.
More funny jokes, huh? Okay, so then what? She take you up to her apartment?
Yeah, she wanted to tell me something.
Couldn't she have told you at the Flamingo?
No, she couldn't, Sergeant. It was about Benny the Ringer, boss man of the East Side and one of the biggest racketeers in the business. She had information on him.
Spread that, fella.
Okay, Lieutenant. You see, as I told you, we met at the bar. The glass of milk was the sign for her to know who I was. We left the bar and went to an apartment. I gave the lieutenant as much as I knew, how Rita Spranger had made the appointment by phone, suggested the milk as a mark of identification, taken me home, then changed her mind. I emphasized that it wasn't so unusual an arrangement that people wanting to squeal for reasons of revenge, especially regarding a big shot like Benny the Ringer, would take steps to stay as far away from publicity as possible. The lieutenant and the sergeant looked at one another, then across at me.
Then Miss Spranger let you out of her apartment. You went back to work, huh?
Check, Lieutenant.
You realize, Randy, that you were the last person to see Rita Spranger alive.
Early this morning, she was found dead. Shot through the head. Beaten up, too. Face badly disfigured. The desk clerk described you to us, and so did the waiter, the guy that brought you drinks. In fact, he mentioned you by name.
Her diary was full of a wonderful newspaper man she'd been running around with.
You checked around and I fitted the description, huh?
Right. Nothing concrete, of course. No accusation, just routine checking.
Oh, sure.
You got no alibi for the time in question, Randy?
Yeah, but she's dead. Look, Lieutenant, this is fantastic. A diary mentions a newsman. Well, there's hundreds of newsmen in New York.
The descriptions fit you like a glove, Mr. Stone.
Okay, Sergeant, but it could be they're mistaken. Look, a glass of milk in a bar. What better alibi could I have than that? The barman that told you I'd be there, well, he'll remember the milk. Look, nobody drinks milk in a bar, ever. Incidentally, how did you know I was at the Flamingo?
Rita Spranger had a book of matches from the Flamingo in her bag. The good Sergeant Kelly was straining his luck when he suggested you were there with her, but it happened he was right.
Yeah, wonderful coincidence.
Okay, let's look up the Flamingo barman.
Give me 5 minutes, huh, Lieutenant?
Sure.
I clambered into some tweeds, ran the electric shaver over my bristles, and then the lieutenant and I went checking my milk-drinking activities. As was to be expected, the Flamingo was shut up tighter than a Scotchman's purse. After a lot of hammering, we raised the janitor, got out of him the address of the barman that had served me. He lived way over town on Lexington Avenue and 23rd Street, a walk-up apartment. And he didn't look pleased to see us when he finally opened up to the insistent pounding of my knuckles.
All right, for Pete's sake, ease off with the knuckles, will you? I've been working all night.
You Bernie Weinberg, the barman at the Flamingo Bar?
Yes, so what?
Police homicide. You know this guy here? Ever seen him in your bar, maybe?
Now think hard, Bernie. It might be important. He squinted at me, wiped his mouth with his sleeve, pulled the lobe of his ear.
No, I can't say I have. Should I have, fella?
Early in the evening, yesterday evening, I was drinking milk.
Milk? Milk in my bar? Never you did.
Please, think hard. I met a girl there, a blonde.
What is this, officer? Some kind of a reb? Drinking milk? Milk?
You're certain about this, Weinberg? Certain this man was never there?
Not drinking milk he wasn't, believe me.
But you must remember. Not one customer in 10,000 would order milk. What's the matter with you, fella? You got a bad memory?
My memory's okay. I tell you, no one came into my bar drinking milk. What sort of a crazy routine is this, anyway? Oh, please, officer, I got sleep to catch up on.
Okay, Weinberg, go on back to bed. Let's go, Randy.
But, Lieutenant...
Night, folks. Sorry I couldn't help you.
Come on, Randy. You and me have some talking to do.
It was crazy, fantastic as a Dali canvas. We went down to the car, drove slowly across town while I tried to convince the lieutenant that Bernie Weinberg was the barman that had served me milk. That in some way I was being caught up in a diabolical frame-up. being fitted with a murder rap that strained all of one's credibility. Finally, he saw it my way, agreed to play along a little further with me, probably figuring that the department owed me a couple of breaks anyway. We went visiting David Spranger, the dead woman's husband, from whom she'd been separated, and who, incidentally, was due to collect a lot of money that his wife had recently inherited from an uncle. Only trouble was that the guy had alibis. 6 alibis for last night. He'd been playing poker with the boys. He was in to our insistent knocking.
Yeah. Police, Homicide Division. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Again? Look, you guys are here a couple of hours back.
Double check, routine. Okay to come in?
Oh, okay, I guess so.
Thanks, Mr. Spranger. Nice place you got.
Yeah. Now, what was it you wanted to know?
About your wife. How long was the...
Darling, are you ready to... Oh.
Lieutenant! My mouth dropped open and stayed that way. The hairs on the back of my neck quivered. The blonde who had just come through the door of a bedroom was a blonde I knew. A blonde I knew extremely well. So well that I was suspected of murdering her. Rita Spranger. I gaped foolishly at the hard-used blonde who should be in a city morgue, and she gaped at me. The atmosphere in the room became charged with an electric tension. Finally, I managed to swallow hello, and it broke up the tension. She licked her lips nervously, half smiled.
Sorry, David, I didn't realize you had company.
Well, speaking for myself, Spranger, don't worry about your lady friend interrupting. We've met before. Haven't we, lady?
I'm afraid I don't remember.
Now, see here, copper. What's going on around here?
Yes, who do you think you're talking to?
Oh, please, save me the corny theatricals, lady. I know you, and sure as shooting, you know me. You should, anyway. You're trying your level best to put me in the hot seat.
Hey, what gives around here? Randy?
Well, that's kind of a ticklish question, Lieutenant. This is about the craziest setup ever.
Say, who is this lieutenant?
He looks like an escapee from an asylum. That the best you can do as policeman lately, Lieutenant?
Save it, lady. You too, mister. Okay. Spread it out, Randy.
Simple. Rita Spranger, at least the Rita Spranger I know as Rita Spranger, isn't dead.
What? Say that again.
She's right here in this room with us.
You mean this was the woman you met at the Flamingo Bar, huh, Randy? The one that took you up to her apartment?
I don't know this character from a bar of soap, Lieutenant, and will you please get him out of here?
That's her, Lieutenant. This is one great big act she's putting on for your benefit. Just who are you, anyway, mystery woman?
She's a very dear friend of mine, Joan Parker. We've been friends ever since... Well, ever since Rita and I split up. I hope to marry her now that Rita's gone.
Can't you see how poor David is? What are you, anyway? Callous boots without a spark of human decency?
Look, do me a favor, will you, Lieutenant? Take this woman out of the apartment for a minute. I want to talk to David Spranger.
Me out of the apartment? Me? I like your nerve, mister.
Will you please do that for me, Lieutenant? Things are beginning to drop into place. A little sanity is peeking through the crazy mix-up. Just let me talk to this guy alone.
You shut your mouth, mister. David, get him out of the way from me. I don't care who they are. Get him out of here.
The lieutenant looked at Joan Parker, alias Rita Spranger, looked good and hard. And what he saw made him nod me an okay, take her firmly by the arm, propel her to the door. All of a sudden, she looked exactly what she was. A scheming, hard-used female with about as much mercy in her makeup as a cornered rattlesnake.
Don't you dare touch me! You let go of me! Let go of me, I say!
David Spranger was a big, dark, sullen guy in his mid-30s. Blue, bright eyes challenged me from beneath sardonic eyebrows. High up in his temple, a nerve twitched away busily like a jackhammer. He could be in a lot of trouble, But then again, some of these big guys crack surprisingly easily. He moved to an armchair, lit up a cigarette.
You're no copper, fella.
That's right, Springer.
And you got your nerve having your copper friend take Joan out of here.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we're alone just like you wanted, so... Come on, what's the beef?
Well, that's one heck of a question, Springer. What's the beef in you trying to frame me into a murder rap?
Look, mister, I don't know who you are, what your angle is, or why the heck I'm listening to you in the first place. You talk a line of insulting double talk, seem to have an in with the law, and all in all make about as much sense as a moronic drunk.
Just sit there and listen a minute, Springer. Save the witty dialogue for the girls. Me, I can do without it. They tell me your wife was coming into a big inheritance. That right?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, no, of course you wouldn't know. But, they also tell me that you would become the beneficiary, naturally, in the event of your wife's death.
Look, fella, you implying
Am I implying that you worked towards that end? That you murdered your wife because of the money she was due to inherit? You bet your sweet life I am, Springer.
Did you ever hear of the law of slander? I don't have to sit here and listen to that sort of talk from anyone.
You'll listen and you'll like it. Nobody would have stayed with it this long if they had any alternative. Anybody as innocent as you claim to be would have thrown me out of the place a half hour back. You want to see just how much I know, Springer. You want to know whether or not I've got this thing sewn up tight enough to pin it back where it belongs.
All right. All right, I'll play along. You want to play games, okay?
Okay. You wanted the money? You wanted it fast. For you and the blonde to share, I guess.
Go on, I'm still listening.
You found out your wife was running around with a newspaper man. Then you looked around for another newspaper man you could frame. I fitted the bill.
You? I don't even know who you are.
No, not much you don't, Springer. Not much you don't. Okay. So you figured, as I'm always on the hunt for a story, I'd be willing to meet a mysterious lady in a bar, particularly willing if you dangled a bait in front of me like the inside dope on Benny the Ringer.
Go on. Go on, keep going. You're killing me. Go on, keep talking, keep talking.
I intend to, Springer, believe me. You arranged the phony setup at the Flamingo, with me ordering the milk, and that was a beautiful touch, too, having Weinberg, the barman, swear that no one had ordered milk at his bar within his memory. That made me out to be just that much of a liar to the police. Then your girlfriend, posing as your wife, met me, took me up to your wife's apartment. Probably your wife was already dead by that time. You were waiting to get me into the trap, make sure that I was seen by the desk clerk.
Ah, that's where your little fairy story trips up, fella. The desk clerk knew my wife. How could Joan get away with...
I'll tell you how. I remember she kept her head away from the desk clerk. The guy was told later that it was Mrs. Springer, and he naturally assumed he had seen her with me.
And the drink waiter, the old guy who served you both drinks? What about...
Springer stopped speaking. His face went ash white, and the tiny nerve in his forehead hammered away. I had him, and he knew that I had him. He licked his lips, attempted to grin. There came out a sickly leer. I got you, Springer. I got you.
Got me? Why, look, fellow, what do you mean? You got me.
How would you have known about the waiter? Specifically, how would you have known about the waiter being an old guy? Huh, Springer? How would you know that?
Why, well, the police, during their questioning it... Don't you see it came out during the general talk?
Not if I know anything about police methods of questioning, it didn't. However, Mr. Springer, we can easily check Lieutenant Bowman on that point. I turned to the door, stepped towards it.
Why, you...
I heard Springer's yell, and I swung around. He was coming in low, both arms swinging ape-like. I let go with a right that scraped his jaw. Springer shoved a right to my middle. Followed with a left swing that bounced off my right ear like a projectile from his bazooka. I grunted. I weaved away towards the center of the room. I slammed a couple into his middle. I felt him waver, so I gave him a pile driver that came all the way from the carpet to the point of his chin. Springer teetered backwards, slammed against the wall. He sank downwards gracefully. His interest in general proceedings cut down to absolute zero. I made it to the window, leaned well out, breathing the good, clean air. Bowman saw me from the sidewalk, and I signaled him up. It was all over but the shouting. I was out from under. I wasn't the fall guy for a coldly calculated murder. I loved the taste of the good, free air. Later, much later, after Lieutenant Bowman and Sergeant Kelly had obtained signed statements from David Spranger and Joan Parker, after they had them locked away nice and cozy in their respective cells, together with Bernie Weinberg, the barman at the Flamingo, for his part in the murder scheme, after, in fact, the whole crazy case was sewn up, the lieutenant and I tied up the ends for our own personal satisfaction.
So, the department owes you an apology, huh, Randy? For suspecting you of murder.
Well, we'll forget it, eh? Let's just chalk it up to experience. I got one swell story out of it, so we'll call it quits.
Hey. You know, one thing threw me. How the old waiter that served you drinks failed to recognize the fact that the woman in the apartment wasn't Rita Spranger.
Oh, brother, but he was really old, practically blind to all intents and purposes. You see, to him, almost any blonde would have looked like Rita Spranger.
Yeah, the whole thing was well planned, even down to the matches in the bag. Why, if you hadn't told us which bar you were at, it would have provided the clue.
Check. The newsman angle, too.
And the guy in the diary?
Yeah. Turned out to be a rewrite man for the Globe, one of Rita's many boyfriends. Oh, and brother, does he hate the publicity he's been getting.
And the price to pay for running around with a married woman.
Oh, but he didn't know that, poor guy. Well, I guess occasionally innocent people get hurt in the jungle of the big city.
Nearly happened to you, Randy, boy.
Would have if I'd been assigned a cop with less imagination than you. You know, to question me as to whereabouts and alibis.
I'll tell Kelly that one. He'll love it.
You just run along and do that, Lieutenant. I've got a column to write. All about justice in a big city and the need to caution before accepting evidence. Especially for murder.
Ooh, some mouthful. Okay. See you, Randy.
Yeah. So long, Lieutenant. I wrote it all up. Wrote it up big. About the lengths people will go to obtain money and the good that it does them in the end. About a barman with a bad memory, a crazy story about going into a bar to drink milk, and a cold-killing blonde and her equally vicious boyfriend. What a concoctions. Small wonder the guys that study social trends and conditions inform us that we're all in a rat race to Bedlam. You know, maybe they've got something. But you know something else? On this Nightbeat assignment, I meet some awfully nice people, too. Copy, boy.